Alrighty, guys, welcome officially to the Advanced Appointment Setting Workshop. It's Jason Grossman here, the founder of the Surge Institute and author of the new book about to come out, The Online Coach's Business Bible, How to Build a Six- and Seven-Figure Coaching Business. As we dive in, just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone that's joined us live. We have a bunch of business owners here ready to go to that next level. We also have a bunch of our virtual assistants here as formal training to teach them how to become world-class appointment setters. We're also gearing up to launch our Sales Academy, where you can hire closers and setters from us as well, which is super cool. Before we get started, just a couple of things. If you are watching replay, thank you again for joining us as well on our YouTube or Mastermind. If you register for this, you'll actually be emailed the replay of this as well. I do encourage everyone that's here to stay to the end. Who agrees these events are always better live? Would you guys agree? 100%. And so, first of all, if you're watching live or replay, commit to getting comfortable, grab pen and paper, take lots of notes, and just get really comfortable. Also, for those that are watching live or replay, I want to make this interactive, whether you're watching live or replay, and I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions to get you involved, to get you participating and engaged. And so, business owners, I know you guys are busy. 2 hours for an entrepreneur, that's a big chunk, Kirsten. It's a big chunk, Jeff. And so I congratulate and celebrate you guys taking 2 hours out of your day to be here. You're not paying to be here. No one's being paid to be here. We're all paying with our own time, which is really valuable. I spent about 3 hours preparing to deliver this 2 hours, 5 hours in committing my time because I want to see you win, Curtis. 5 hours of my time in committing Jane. Good to see you here because I want to see you win, Jane. I want to see the VAs win. I want to see everybody making more money. Who wants to make more money by show of hands? By show, I can see you all right. Yeah, who wants more freedom? Do you guys want more freedom? Yeah, travel. That's why we're all here. We want more of these things. I want to see you making more money, having more freedom, and helping more people. Whether you're a virtual assistant in the Philippines, working with a client or not yet, whether you're a business coach, life coach, fitness coach, whether affiliate marketer, network marketer, or some kind of other entrepreneur in any way, shape, or form. That's the purpose of this call. I'm going to give you my best stuff for free. I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to have any secrets. And I'm going to share with you the simple steps that you can follow and begin to use immediately after this session. I'm also going to give you a bunch of free offers, resources, and gifts, including scripts for those that stay to the end. I'm going to do my best to give you the stuff I can for free. I have 3 or 4 free offers or free gifts for each of you for joining today. And like always, at the end of today's session, I will have an offer for a couple of people. I will sell something. Now, if you're in business and you have a problem being sold to, that's probably going to be a problem for you in your own business. And it's not for everyone. We want to continue to serve and add value to you guys as well. This is interactive, so if anyone has any questions, this is a great opportunity for you to ask in the chat. Type them in the chat. Much appreciated, Hector. Can't stay to end. That's okay, Jane. You can catch the replay. Curtis in Naples. Naples? You finishing dinner? Yeah. I know there's a bunch of you guys in the US here. You can see on my screen it's 10:09 a.m. here in Cairns, Australia, where the Great Barrier Reef is. It's already 30 degrees here. It's going to be a 30 degrees and 87% humidity, the tropics. It's similar to Bali here. So thank you to all of you that have taken the time to join me here. Thank you for respecting my time because I have put a lot of time and energy into this because I want to see you all win. Legit, despite what you think of me, maybe you love me, maybe I don't resonate with you, maybe you don't like me. That's not why we're all here. We're here for you guys. A couple of things as we do dive in, do take lots of notes, as I mentioned, get comfortable, ask questions. If you ask me questions in the chat, I will interact and answer them immediately. I've got the chat box open. Jeff Field in the house, downtown Manila. Yeah, good to see you here as well. And, as some of you know, I was unwell last year. And I didn't really do any events a couple of months. So normally we're making up for this year. We're doing an event every week for 12 weeks, which we don't normally do. And then we'll go back to the monthly event. So all of you guys right now, use and abuse me for my free content every week. Join and plug into these events. They're all in succession, Curtis. They're all in succession. We started simple and then we move. Because my goal, my mission, my passion is to see all of you business owners making at least $1 million a year in your business. Business owners, how would you like to make at least 100K a month? Now, you might have one client right now. Maybe you're struggling to pay the bills, and that might seem so far out of reach, but that's my goal. Our agency has been set up to help business owners do that. And for you VAs who would like full-time, consistent, stable work for years to come with bonuses, would you guys like that? That's why we're all here. Now, virtual assistants, this is for you. Please take notes, ask questions. If your clients here, interact with them. Okay. Who here, business owners hiring a VA with us? Some of you guys just got a free 30-day trial. Curtis got a free 30-day trial. Ryan, Hannah, Steve, and Hector all just got free 30-day trials with a AI certified Surge virtual assistant. Yep, me too. Yeah, Hector did as well. So you'll be interviewing and onboarding next week for your VA to start the following week. So you guys don't have VAs yet, but those that have VAs use this as an opportunity to communicate with them and they can help you. Okay. And so again, I'm going to give you the strategy. I'm going to give you the knowledge that you need to succeed. But as Tony Robbins says, 80% of success is psychology, 20% is mechanics. I'm going to give you the recipe, but it's up to you to follow it. I'm going to give you the strategy you need, but knowledge is not power. It's the application of knowledge. So I really hope that you stay to the end, be a curious like student, absorb all the information, take lots of notes, pick one or two things to begin on immediately, and apply the knowledge, because that's where the power will come from. Okay. So we've got business owners that probably have no clients. We have business owners probably doing 10,000 a month. Then we probably have business owners doing 20,000 plus a month. Whether you have no clients and you're not even barely launching, whether you're at 10K or even doing 100K months, if you're watching a replay, I don't think anyone live is doing that here. There is something for you in this workshop. So this workshop has been refined and defined over 15 years of my personal appointment setting experience. When in full swing, we'll book 50 to 100 sales calls per week. Okay. And so that's what I want to share with you. Today is broken up into 5 phases. So you can each figure out which phase you're in, Curtis, and know the exact next steps. Which phase that you're in, Salil, and you know the exact next steps. Same as Hector, same as everyone that's here. Okay. Welcome everyone that's just joined now. Good to see you guys here. Feel free to interact. I really do want to ask you guys some personal questions, get to know where you're at so I can personalize this as well. Again, if you've never attended any of my trainings, I don't think there's any newbies here. Fixie, maybe. I do talk a little bit faster when I do trainings. 2 reasons, Curtis. 1, I freaking love what I do. I don't deliver and share stuff that I'm not passionate about because it just doesn't make sense to me. Number 2, I have 2 hours to share with you, Vanessa, which I could do a 2-3 full day course on. I have 2 hours. So if I talk a little fast, I can squeeze more in as well. Now, for those that have done my trainings before, you'll notice some familiar stuff in here because there's some fundamentals which won't really change much, even in the next 10, 20 years. But there's a lot of new stuff, cutting edge stuff. And ultimately, my goal is to get you a real business, Vanessa. Who here, business owners, would love to have a business that could work without you? So if you went to Hawaii for a week, came back, was still running, and you're making more money than ever. That's ultimately what we all want to create. Now, for coaches and agencies, we love what we do. I tried semi-retirement, Curtis, but I was drinking cocktails by 10 a.m. on the beach each day, and I was drunk by midday. It was not a good thing for me at all. That was back in 2018, right? Just before COVID, right? About 18 months before COVID. So we all want that sense of purpose, yes. And you might not want a business that can work without you, but we want to put systems and team and automation in place now. So we'll talk about the work you need to do. You do not need a VA. We'll talk about if you do have a VA and utilizing team and SOPs. We'll talk about automation. We'll talk about AI. We'll talk about ads. We can talk about a bunch of things. Now, as I go through this, some parts will be more relevant than others, and some you'll know and do, and some you'll know and not do, and so forth. But what I'm doing is I'm giving you a roadmap of your future. Okay, so Lil, Mark, I'm giving you a roadmap of your future of what to expect and how to grow and build to $1 million business over the next 6 months, 12 months, heck, 3 years. I mean, if you're making it took you 3 years to build $1 million year business, I don't think anyone would be really upset. Although slow is painful and fast is fun, I'd like to see you doing it quick. All right. Don't think and grow rich, act and grow rich. Yeah, I love that. We've got to combine the law of attraction with the law of action, align our thoughts, feelings, and actions. That is the key to success. I really love that. Yeah. One of the things that's missing in The Secret, I do love The Secret. A lot of you guys have seen The Secret, but it is missing the law of action, in a strategic way. Yeah. The masculine and the feminine. So the purpose of today is to help each of you business owners and VAs learn how to help your business owners do it, get booked with more sales calls and clients than you can handle. Who would like to wake up on a Monday with so many appointments in your calendar you don't want anymore? Who would like that? It's a pretty quality problem. Now, every level brings a new devil. That's going to create a new problem, isn't it? Time and freedom and burnout. Who's ever burnt out before? Yeah, we want to do this without burning out, right? yeah, hustle and grind and all that stuff, but we still want freedom and we got to prioritize our health. And who agrees family first, family, friends first, health first? I think it goes health, then family, then business. You might think it goes religion first or God first. It's up to you, but I'm sure we'll all agree that money is two, three, four down there. I'm up for new levels and devils. Yeah, it's like playing a computer game. You get past one level and now you got a new boss to beat. Who wants to get to the final boss and be able to beat the final boss? I don't know what that means, but yeah, that's what it's about. So I just want to be very clear is that the purpose of today is to help you grow. And there's only one thing, Salil. There's only one thing, Kirsten. There's only one thing, Vanessa, stopping you from growing your business more faster. Does anyone know what that is? Besides yourself, right? We've all had the saying, got to get out of your own way. What's the one thing stopping all of you from getting clients? A lack of quantity and quality of appointments. So now, again, Vanessa and Curtis, you guys have heard some of this. So we're going to start with the basic foundationals, build the walls, and then the ceiling, get to the advanced stuff, right? But I just really want everyone to understand why this workshop and why appointment setting is the most important thing for each of you doing less than $1 million a year. Because most of you are in the service space. You offer a service of some kind, right? And so, yeah, I mean, attention's a problem, isn't it? Obscurity, people don't know who you are or what you do. So there's only really three ways you can sign up a client. One, you send them a link to Stripe or your website, they click and they sign up. But it's low conversions, right? Number two is we can book a one-on-one Zoom call, a sales call, and we get on that call and we sign them up. That's the highest conversion because it's personal, right? And then we can sell an event. So this is a group appointment. This appointment workshop and all events, webinars, challenges, all events you do, no matter what label you give it, you can call it the cigar lounge, you can call it the coffee club, you can call it the ladies knitting club, whatever you want to call it. You have a group call where you get people on and you pitch to a group. Who would like to be able to do a call once a month and 5, 10 clients set up? We all want that. So today is built on the evergreen objective components of getting new clients each week. Here's something to think about and we'll dive in. If you charge $200 a week for a new client and you sign 2 clients every week, increased every week for a year, you sign up 2 clients every week for the next year, Curtis, you know how much money you'd be making in your business? Over $1 million a year. So everything we do in the model we create is built on that premise. Now you might charge less or more, your numbers might shift, but you still get the basic idea. Now, even for yourself, Jane, we had a welcome board. Jane just hired a VA with us, going through the interview and onboarding process. Even offline, the same process. You have a free consultation. It's the exact same process. Whether you're offline, online, a coach, consultant, agency, and an affiliate marketer, it's the same systemic process. And I'm going to approach it that way. So who here really wants more clients, wants more impact, and wants more money? Because they're the three reasons why we're here. More clients, more impact, more money. Now, you could be the best coach or the best consultant or the best healer or the best therapist in the world, but if you can't get clients, it doesn't matter, Salil, does it? We talked about flow state this week. Same sector, we talked about flow state, being in flow. We want to be in that flow state so we can enjoy and serve rather than sit there going, I need to get a client this week so we can eat. So the first step for all of you is to choose a set amount of one-on-one sales calls, and you can call it discovery call, strategy call, consult, you can call it whatever you like. But all of you need to set a target of how many one-on-one sales calls you want or need to do each week that you can handle. So how many sales calls or one-on-one calls or one-on-one consultations each week can you handle in your calendar? Just everybody type that number for me. And VAs, if you're working with a client or are going to, how many do you want to aim for? Salil says 25, Curtis says 20. Yep, everybody, if everyone can engage. And for your business owners, I know some of you are on mobile, but for your business owners, imagine you were the presenter. How would you like your participants to engage with you? I encourage you to engage like that, not just in mine, but all events that you attend, because that's what leadership is. Manager says, go do, leader says, let's do, yeah. Vanessa 15, Jane 25, Hector 10, Goodman 17 for Mark, very specific. Steve lets us put that on 10. Kirsten 25. Yeah, great numbers. Awesome. And VAs do encourage you to participate and engage as well. So how many appointments does everybody have for next week book? By the way, no judgment here. I'm not here to judge anyone. It's just clarity, and I can personalize this. How many appointments or sales calls or consultations do you have in your calendar next week so far? Everybody type that number for me. Zero. Yep. Thank you for your honesty. No judgment. A donut. I was waiting for someone to put an emoji of a donut in there. Jane has 12. Nice. Yep. How many do you have booked for next week? Again, if you're watching a replay of this on YouTube or elsewhere, Vanessa has two, Curtis has one. Yeah, one's better than none. Yeah, Hector zero. Okay, cool. So we've all got a bit of work to do, right? So zero, two, one, Jane's on 12. Jane, even you still want to double. Okay. Who would agree that an extra 5 to 10 appointments a week right now would make a huge difference to your growth? Would you guys agree? Yeah. Who feels a little bit stuck or stagnant in your business? Like you're either completely stuck, you're not growing, or you're not growing as fast as you want. Just type me in the chat. It feels a little stuck or a little stagnant, or it feels slow. Stuck, stagnant, or slow. Yeah. Huge me. Yeah. If you were to get 5 quick clients right now, do you think that would change that? Do you think you'd build your belief? You'd feel better about things and different? You've got 5 lots of social proof and testimonials. Here is something I want to invite you guys to write this down. Like for those that are here to learn and actually here for change and not just to absorb, we've all been to a ton of workshops and trainings and Tony Robbins and all these guys. We get off, we feel great, but we don't make any changes because we don't change our behavior. So I really hope that this leads all of you to changing behavior because the truth is all of you do for the next 3 months, 6 months, what you've been doing, you're not going to be where you want. And I'm not having go. That's legit. That's why you're here. I want to help you change that. Whether you pay me money or not, I really don't mind either way. I want to serve and help you guys do that. Okay. And so in order to do that, you've got to be prepared to do a couple of things. Number one is you've got to be prepared to do some things that are going to make you uncomfortable. Because in the beginning, until you get momentum, most of what you need to do, Curtis, is stuff you don't enjoy doing alike. No one likes sending friend requests and sending DMs and making calls, and well, some crazy people do, but most people don't enjoy doing that. It's uncomfortable. A lot of people, no one likes rejection, even if you deal with rejection. Who deals with rejection pretty well, you think? Yeah, who's kind of not so much? Yeah. So I want everyone to write this down. New blood, everybody write this down for me. New blood is the lifeblood of a business. New blood is the lifeblood of a business. 100 quick leads, 5 or 10 quick clients. This spurt, people see you winning. People want to be around people that are winning. I went through a challenging time last year. A lot of people left our community. Oh, Jason's going to, I'm starting to win and win big again already. I got 3 books coming out. We're launching a sales academy. We got 5 subscription masterminds coming out. We're launching our own affiliate company. We got stuff happening in crypto space. You watch people flock back. People want to be around people that are winning. What's my point? Is I want each of you to get a quick influx of appointments and clients to boost your momentum, to boost your belief, and have people see you winning because like attracts like, and you're gonna start waking up to inquiries and referrals every day. Okay. So we're going to focus primarily on one-on-one sales calls, but we're also going to talk about a monthly group event and that process. Okay, now we've gone through that. Everyone ready to dive in? You guys ready to get started? Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, quick question actually. If you were to book, one more question. If you were to book those targets, Steve, if you book 10, Kirsten 25, Curtis 20, Hector 10, Mark 17, Jane, if you book that amount of appointments every week, how many clients do you think you would sign up from that based on what you know about your conversion rate? If you booked in the 10, the 15, the 20, how many clients do you think that would give you every week? How much do you think you would sign? Just put that in the chat for me. Yeah, let's go low, Mark. 3 clients a week. Salil 7, Steve 2 a week, Kirsten 4. Now, quick math for each of you. How much extra income would that give you a month? Vanessa, you sign up 4, how much income? Jane 8, how much income for the month? 1 client a week, Hector, how much income for the month? 4 clients, Kirsten, how much income does that give you? Hector, an extra 20K a month. Yeah. Business is about the numbers. I think a lot of people play the emotional roller coaster game of business rather than the numbers game. Kirsten, 12K. Mark, 35K. Steve, 4K. Vanessa, 10K. This is extra. Now, what would it really mean for you to be able to hit those targets in the next 30 days? What if I could show you today without a shadow of a doubt, 100% if you follow it, simple and easy, without burning out, without a big following, how to do that. Would you do it? 6,000? Nice. I guess we'll see, right? Now, I'm going to give you on a platter exactly what you need to do that in this call and more free resources that you can go through in your own time to literally give you everything you need. All you need to do is get out of your own way, tell the voices in your head to shut the F up and sit down because you got this, and just simply do the work. Now, anyone can go to the gym when they feel like it. Anyone can eat healthy when you feel like it. Anyone can call that person that lead when they feel like it. But what about when you don't? What about when you don't feel like going to the gym, or you don't like, or you don't feel like picking up the phone, or you don't feel like it? They're the days you got to make you. If you guys knew the morning I had today, I nearly didn't make this call. My goodness, I'm like, I haven't canceled anything all year, Vanessa. I haven't canceled anything in 6, 7 weeks. That's my longest run in ages. And I let so many people down because of health plus. I'm like, no, I'm not canceling no matter what. We'll do this, right? If you guys, so I had a morning, and I smashed my legs at the gym. But you find a way to show up where you can, especially, you just find a way, right? As long as it's not, you're not sacrificing your health and so forth, right? Yeah, cool, cool, cool. And Vanessa, it's good to see you again as well. So, alrighty, let's officially begin. Are you ready? If you're ready, say I. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So, who's heard the term attraction marketing? Have you guys heard the term attraction marketing? Awesome. Have you guys heard the term, uh, ethical sales? Ethical sales. Yeah. So we have a third pillar. People talk about sales and talk about marketing, but with us, we have a third pillar that's equally as important. I call it elegant appointment setting. And it's the gap between the two. You can generate a lead and you convert a client, but what's the gap? It's the appointment setting. It's having a conversation to get people on a one-on-one call or group call to sign them up to your offer so you can show them your offer. Now, appointment setting is so much more advanced than it used to be. It used to be so easy. Who can remember on Facebook where you can invite all your friends to a group in one go? You can DM everyone, you invite 5,000 people to an event in one go. Remember those days? It was simple. Yeah. Now, who agrees it's also getting harder to get seen online? It's getting harder to get appointments. It's harder to book people in 100%. And that's because now more than ever, there is a science and an art of appointment setting. In fact, it's almost as in-depth as sales itself as a comprehensive uh, area of business, right? Yeah, thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, I appreciate that. So the science and art. So when we say something has a science and an art, what does that mean, guys? Like, when we say it has a science and an art, it has the feminine and the masculine, if you will. When we say something has a science and a what, in particular to appointment setting, what do you think that means? What comes to your mind? No right or wrong answers. Brainstorm. When we say that appointment setting has a science and an art, what does that mean? What do you think that means? Evidence-based, the work and the attraction. Yep. Yep. The inner game and the outer game. So appointment setting has a science where there is a logical framework and system that can be evergreen and objectively used by everyone, despite what your business or your personal life or your culture or how you speak is or your communication style. I'm a 245-pound, 6 foot guy covered in tattoos. I'm a fairly masculine guy. I trigger a lot of people. But those who get to know me know I'm a big teddy bear and I just love to help people and I dedicated my life to helping people. Yeah. Um, so I had to find a way to find that harmony, didn't I, between the feminine and masculine. We all have a different style and approach. And the art is the creative component, the way we connect, the way we build rapport. It's the finesse, the creativity of it, right? And when you create harmony between the both, that's when you're going to succeed in all areas of life. I actually did a post on this morning. I think the biggest problem with the world right now is a lack of harmony. And harmony comes from balancing, not necessarily 50-50, balancing the masculine and the feminine. I'm not talking about boys and girls or women and men or genitalia. I'm just talking about when a human being has an imbalance in the feminine and masculine from trauma, when a family has an imbalance, feminine and masculine, no father figure at home. 65% of households in America, not much far behind Australia, have no functional father figure in the house. And now, as a society, we're seeing all this crazy stuff in the world. I won't go down a rabbit hole because of this lack of harmony between the feminine and the masculine. And it's caused a lot of challenges. And we're going to see that continue until harmony at some point comes back into balance, right? Some people call it the golden age or whatever. So what's my point here is that business, sales, marketing, and appointment setting is all about harmonizing the science and the art and finding your harmony of that, and it's a little bit different. So today I'm going to approach both components. I'm going to take into consideration the science and the art, the feminine and the masculine, and also the inner and the outer game. And it's going to be slightly different for everyone, if that makes sense. Yep. Does that sound cool? Okay, cool. So today we're going to focus on the 5 phases of, because there's 5 parts of appointment setting, we're going to focus on the 5 phases. So here are the 5 main phases of appointment setting. Phase 1, this is where a lot of you guys are at. And now, as I share this with you, these are the steps to go from 0 appointments a week to those that want to build a large organization to 100 plus a week. Now, not everybody might want that, but I'm going to share with you how to go from a solopreneur, just you, mompreneur, with no appointments to getting yourself book solid and then expanding through SOPs, team, automation, AI, and then ads. And I want to invite you guys to think about the phase you're in. Most of you are going to be in phase 1. Some will be on phase 2 that are on the live. Okay. I want to invite you to pay close attention to the phase you're in. Now, there's many ways to do this. There's people out there probably more successful than I am financially that will tell you to do it differently. Does everyone know what a walking lunge is? Do you guys know the exercise of walking lunge? Does anyone know roughly how many different ways there are to do a walking lunge? Or a lunge? There's 13 different ways we figured out when I was a personal trainer. Which way is the right way? Which way is the wrong way? Which way is the best way? I didn't get caught up in any of that. I focused on the hardest way. I'm going to make you do lunges the hardest way, of course, safe and effective, because you're going to get the best results. So in business, I look for 2 things, speed and sustainability. What's the fastest way to get you to your target that you also sustain it? Okay, and this is, again, we look at the science and art, the feminine, the masculine, the 3D, right? The duality, up, down, hot, cold, is that there is a quantity and a quality with appointment setting. Who agrees that quality is more important than quantity? I'm pretty sure all of us agree. Quality of connection, relationships, family, quality of health. Yeah. Quick question. What about money? Is there a difference in quality and quantity of money? Would you rather quantity of money or quality of money? It's an interesting context. So everything's context dependent, right? With appointment setting, I agree quality is more important, Hector. Yes, we'll all agree. But what comes first? What comes first, quantity or quality? Quantity comes. If I don't have a lead, how can I have a quality of lead? Quality exists because of quantity. Does that make sense? Now, what this means, it's not A or B. It's not quantity or quality. We've been taught that if you increase in quantity, you have to sacrifice quality. I can have 2 bananas that are a 5 out of 10 ripeness. I can have 3 that are 7 out of 10. I can have more quantity and quality of something. It's a belief system. What's my point here? The first step and the priority focus for each of you right now is to focus all your energy and attention on hitting that target that you wrote down. That is the purpose of today. Everything above and beyond that, become aware of so you know what the next steps are. And don't make that target your ultimate goal. Make it the next step. So if your target was 20 appointments per week, yeah, I think Steve said 10. So Steve said his target is 10 appointments. That's not your ultimate goal. That's your next step. And if you're aware of the 3, 4, 5 steps after that, Steve, what happens psychologically to the big goal? It becomes the next step. So I had a bit of a challenging year last year. So I'm like, I'm going to do 3 times more than I planned to this year, success-wise. And one of those things, I'm going to publish 3 books. I've got 3 hard copy books coming out back to back, literally back to back. Who does that? Did Stephen King do that? It's crazy. I must be a crazy mofo to do that. Now, most people, who has the goal or dream of publishing or writing a book? I believe you all have a book in you. I think you should all write a book. It's great for credibility. It's a great experience. It's a long journey. It's great for learning. Yeah. Who here has the goal or the dream? Some of you might have already written a book yet. So if I have this big dream to write a book someday, that becomes the goal of the dream. But if I go, hey, I'm writing 3 books, the book becomes the next step. So the Coach's Bible and then the Laptop Lifestyle book and the Sales book, which are all coming out, they become steps. So psychologically, they're big. So there's less procrastination, there's less apathy, there's less, fault finding and talking myself out of it, right? There's more action. What's my point? With appointments, focus on quantity first, get books solid, okay? And then work on the quality. Why? Steve, if you get 10 appointments booked each week and 8 of them aren't very good quality, what is the good thing after a month or two about doing that still? Are you not getting a chance to do more appointments and practice your sales skills? Are you not having more conversations with more people so when they are ready, they come back to you? Don't worry about quality of leads and quality of appointments if you ain't getting any. I would suggest all of you get 5 to 10 first, even if it's Akmal from Kazakhstan. Practice pitching, practice your sales process, practice and get good at it. And then go, okay, no more Akmals, right? And then get to a point where you're like, imagine trying to book in a call with Tony Robbins. That's my suggestion. Does that make sense? So here are the 5 phases. Phase one, okay. If I don't have anyone else in my business, if I don't do the work, it doesn't happen. So if it's just you, who is the business owners that doesn't have any VAs or any team yet? Who is a solopreneur? Just type me in the chat, just so I can see out. Yep, Salil, Hector. Until next week. Curtis, Steve, Jane. So Jeff, solo. Jeff, if you don't book appointments, who's going to book them for you? Or how are they going to get booked? Well, you got to pick up, if you want some gold, Jeff, you have to pick up the shovel and dig through the dirt to get the gold. Cool. So I believe phase one is the first step is you can book appointments yourself. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I've got a slide for each of these. We're going to go through them. We're going to spend a lot more time, most of today, on the first 2 phases, but I want to enlighten you on the third, fourth, and fifth phase so you have the information for the future. Sound good? Also, there's probably people that will watch a replay of this that are already doing 20, 30, 40. We just joined, we have an accelerator program designed to show people how to go 10K to 100K. So some of you guys might watch this. So your goal right now is to hit 5 to 10 appointments per week, somewhere between that 5 and 10. Okay, definitely at 10, you want to look at hiring a setter. Now you can double your result for the same amount of time. Now, here's something very important I want everybody to hear. If you want to grow fast and want to make money quickly, when you hire somebody, don't stop doing it yourself, do it with them. So when you hire an appointment setter, you book with them. You book 5, they book 5. You book 10, they book 10. Same as when you hire a closer or a salesperson. If I hire a salesperson and our target is to sign 10 clients a week, whose responsibility is it in my business to make sure the 10 happen? Is it mine or the salesperson? Mine. So if the salesperson signs 2 clients, how many do I need to sign? 8. So let's say that, Jeff, you hire an appointment setter. Okay, first get yourself 5 to 10 appointments, then you hire a setter. Okay, if you stop setting, you're going to do it better than them, and you rely on them. They don't hit the target. That's on you, not them. Okay, so you work with the setter. You could apply the same to the closer to make sure you're getting the 10 or 20 per week. So once you have a setter, I encourage 5 a week each, and then get to 10 a week each to get to that up to 20 mark. Now you can have multiple setters. I have a DM setter, I have a phone setter, and I actually have an SMS setter at the moment. I think some of you are here because of that. Okay. And that's going to take you to 10 or 20 per week. Now it's where it gets fun. Who wants to make passive income and money while you sleep? The problem is some of you are not even making any active income. You got to get yourself book solid before you create leverage and then freedom. You do the work, get book solid, then you create leverage by expansion, yeah, automation, SOPs, and team, and then you completely automate and scale, through AI, through ads, and so forth, right? So a lot of people want to use AI, remove people, and put it on automation. It's slower. It's slower. There's more technical issues. You have less control when you're doing it. When you do it and you work it out and you bring somebody on board and you teach them how to do it, you cannot beat people serving people. AI and automation has a place, but we always do the people first because of the heart of the organization. So if I lost everything and started over, I would come in and I would book 10 appointments. I would then hire a setter. We'd book 5 to 10 each, get to 20. Okay. Now the third phase is I automate with a CRM and funnels. So we set up GoHelloable and we start using funnels so we can get appointments in our calendar through SMS, email, and automated into our calendar. So we're going to talk about that. Who would like appointments on autopilot while you sleep? Who would like to wake up to appointments? That's the key. Okay. Because your setter, your VA, your team can help you, but they have to sleep. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. Once you've got that in place, the fourth phase is to use AI. We're going to talk about 3 different AIs you can use to further automate, 30 to 50 a week. And then once you've got the whole system in place, we scale it with ads. Who ultimately here would like to go through all phases in the next 6, 12, 18 months and build to 7 figures? Who would like to do that? I'm telling you now, guys, this is the fastest way. So you can see the book in my hand on the image, the Online Coaches Business Bible. I spoke to my editor yesterday. It's going to be available on Amazon in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. In 2 weeks from yesterday, everyone can order the hard copy. Some of you guys have seen I'm giving away 100 hard copies for free. It's a full Bible of everything that you need to go from 0 to 7 figures. This stuff I'm showing with you now is just one chapter of the book. I've got everything in that book. It's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it. If you haven't entered the draw, make sure you enter the draw. We can send you a hard copy. Everyone that enters gets a digital copy. Who would like me to send you a personally signed copy of the book? Personally sign it. And knowing me, I got to post those 100 myself and sign them. That's going to be fun. I'm used to having, yeah, I'll hook you guys up after. Yeah. So what I'm sharing with you today is from the book, and the book is about speed, so fast and sustainability. Okay. You guys ready to go through this step by step? I just really want everybody to understand the difference between manual and automatic, like doing things a human versus automation. Because I think a lot of us want to delegate and outsource and automate, but you got to remember when you hire a setter, that is a form of automation. Human automation is the fastest way to create leverage because you don't have tech stuff and links not working. And GoHeLevel is a beast. Is anyone here using GoHeLevel? But it takes time to set it up, and there's a lot of moving parts. It leaves a lot of room for challenges as well. So with appointment setting itself, appointment setting is really about 6 steps. Whether you do it, another human does it, or you automate it. Okay, whether you're using no matter which phase you're in, whether you're doing it, whether appointment setter's doing it, whether GoHeLevel's doing it, whether funnel's doing it, whether ads doing it, or AI is doing it, these are the 6 steps for appointments. Okay. So number one, you've got to build your social media. Okay, so if it's just you, you're growing your social media, your Facebook. We use a Facebook group. If your VA is doing it, they're building your social media. If you've got ads running, the ads are building your Facebook page, right? And so forth and so forth. Social media is the fastest and most controllable way to build your first list. Because what all of you need to understand is we have 3 lists in business. Our social media list is our main list. That's the top of our funnel. We bring mass people in that fit our avatar, okay? And then we build our other 2 lists from there. So your priority right now is build your Facebook profile, build your Facebook group, build whatever socials you're using. That's the number one. New blood is the lifeblood of your business. The second is you're sharing content and offers. You're connecting and building relationship and adding value and creating goodwill through doing daily content. We did a challenge recently, didn't we, guys? 10 posts a day. I encourage people to do 5 to 10 posts a day, every day. And you're sharing content and you're creating value by giving people free offers and value. You can create them on ChatGPT. Okay. Now, again, you can do this personally. You can do it organically. You can do it ads. It's the same process, no matter how you look at it, no matter what level you're at. Okay. The bigger guys like Alex Hormozi, they're rolling out 140 pieces of content a week. Okay. And they're still using this process. They build their social media, they share content, they promote their events. Now, I recommend a monthly event. In the past, Vanessa, we used to do 2 weeks. Once a month, we just always have an event that we're driving for 30 days. Even if you only get 20 or 30 people on it, there's a couple of clients and you follow those people up. So through social media, we're driving people to that monthly event so we can get people on a community call like this, sign them up, but add value. Who's already got some cool value from this already and a bit of insights onto, yeah, we haven't really even begun the training properly yet, right? So I'm going to give you my best stuff for free. Write this down. Write this down. This comes from Alex Hormozi, not me personally. $200 million a year company online, crushing it. Give your best information away for free. Write this down. Give your best info away for free. Then sell the implementation. Give your best information away for free, then do not have to give it all away. Every level brings a new devil, right? So that's why I've got the 5 phases here. Most of you are in the first 1 or 2 phases. If I just did a training on the 5th phase, it might not be relevant for you today because different people at different levels in the business, different information is going to be relevant, which is why I put it this way. Okay. So number 4 is a human, a bot, an AI, or something needs to interact with those people and book them in for an appointment. Okay. The 5th phase is we use social media, the content, the event, the interactions to build our email and phone list. So the goal is to take everyone in your social media and get them into your email and phone list. Why do I recommend that? And you can see all the guys do that. Why do we do that? Why do we use social media to build our email and phone list? Our email is ours, report, takes too long, drip campaign. Yeah. So a couple of things. Number one, they're the three main ways we can book people in, isn't it? We can DM someone, we can email someone, we can ring someone. So all businesses of all kinds have three main lists. You could have a podcast subscription or a mastermind, but these are the three main lists. Now, social media is great, but as Salil pointed out, we don't own it. You can lose the social media tomorrow, and it sucks. Now, your email list you own. The challenge is it's not communal, okay, but you own the list. And why I love the phone list, the most important for those that are old school, if the internet crashes, you can go old school and pick up the phone. You own your phone list. It's the one thing no one can take away from you. You don't even need the internet. So you want to build all three lists because it triples your chances of getting appointments, getting seen. And also each list has different strengths and weaknesses. So build all three. Use social media to build all three. And that's the phases. So you can look at someone doing ads. You'll see this pattern now. You can look at someone doing it organic. You can look at a Facebook group and a human. You can look at an appointment setter. You can look at GoHello. You can look at ads. No matter what you look at, these are the six phases. The six steps rather. Always. Does that make sense? So which of these steps are you missing? Now, here's the one I can guarantee. I want you to take a close look at number 4. Number 4, Vanessa, Curtis, Mark, I'm not having a go at anyone. Number 4 is why you're not getting more appointments right now. There's only one reason you're not getting more appointments right now as a solopreneur. You're not having enough conversations with people through the 3 lists for the purpose of appointment setting. If you were to have 100 conversations on the phone or 100 in DM, or if you were to have conversations through email, do you think you'd get more appointments? 100%. How do we do that without being Spamela Anderson and spamming people through cold DMs? So that's what we're going to talk about. Cool. All right. So the best thing you can all do is actually allocate 10 or 15 hours a week for the purpose of conversing with people. So who here is hiring a VA or an appointment setter through us? Who here's got somebody who has an appointment setter or someone booking appointments working for you in any way, shape, or form? If you have somebody working for you that you want booking appointments, the only reason they're not booking more appointments is the conversations. It's the only reason. Yeah. So we're going to go through all 5 phases now. I'm going to go for about an hour and a quarter. I'm going to spend more time in the first 2 phases. I'm going to be very specific in the early phases and not necessarily vague, but not spend as much time in the other phases. Most of you are in phase 1. I think everybody on this call but Jane is in phase 1. Let me move this stuff around here. Let's close that. I'm just going to bring that in here. Cool. All right, let's put that there. I'll just move my windows away around. Let's get that right there. So phase 1, you're just starting out. You've got to book the appointments yourself. Whether you like it or not, whether you disagree with me or not, the truth is if you don't book appointments, no one's going to book them for you, right? So the goal is to book 5 to 10 appointments yourself personally. And I wouldn't look at a setter until you're doing that. If you're not booking any appointments and you hire a setter, what are you teaching the setter? You've got no proof or no success or no story. So if you can get to at least 5 appointments yourself per week, 5 or 10, even 5, you can look at a setter. But the goal right now is to get all of you booking at least 5 appointments yourself per week before we move to phase 2. There's only 3 ways you can book an appointment right now. If it's just you, Salil, there's only 3 ways. 1, you can send someone a DM. 2, you can ring someone. 3, you can email someone. Quick question. Who here is doing all 3 of those things on a daily basis? Anybody? Anybody here? That's why you're not getting more appointments. It really is that simple, guys. Appointment setting 101 is not exciting. It's not sexy. We all love to look after clients and create images or use AI. Well, there's things we love to do. AI is very addictive right now. And oh my goodness. It can be very distracting as well, right? So I'm going to break these 3 things down now specifically. We're going to spend time on DM, appointment setting, phone setting, and email setting. And the best thing that all of you can do today, all of you, is to implement all 3 of these habits into your daily routine for your business. Because some of you heard me say it before, The awesome thing about being a business owner, Salil, is you get to choose your own hours. But you know what the biggest problem with being a business owner is, Salil? You get to choose your own hours. And so, what most of you have not yet done at this phase yet, and I could be wrong, but most of you, is who here has a job, right? Some of you have a job. When you have a job, your employer tells you what time to start, what time to finish, gives you tasks in between and deadlines. Now, have you, as your employer self, Vanessa, sat down with your employee self and done that and put it into your calendar? I mean, so for example, if you look at my calendar quickly, this is bonus training. If you have a quick look at my calendar, I schedule everything in here. Okay, so here's my calendar. Right, that's Naomi's calendar. Okay, so here's my week next week. So this is my week. Okay, I schedule everything. These white gaps is where I can do Zoom calls, put my social media, my gym, I put everything in here. So one of the best things you can each do at this phase, if you haven't done this yet, is allocate the time in your calendar for your business. So for example, if you can do 40 hours a week in your business, you want to put it into your calendar and chunk it down into tasks, right? So if you haven't done that at all, if you don't have a calendar to follow, it's probably not going to happen. You also have a hobby more than a business, right? We're also going to talk about the scripts, and we're also going to talk about SOPs. If you haven't heard of the term SOPs before, it stands for Standard Operating Procedures. Okay, so what I like to encourage all of you to do and focus on is, even from the beginning, is to set things up in a way and lay a foundation where it will be ready for scale when you get there. Okay, so when you hire an appointment setter, when you hire a closer, when you hire somebody, they need scripts, SOPs, you need something to train them in, which we're going to touch on as well. Okay, so let's talk about each of these individually. Now, this is the foundational stuff. It's not sexy, it's not exciting. No one's going to wake up in the morning and go, yes, I can't wait to do this. Well, depends how you reframe your mind and how good you are at that. And, if you focus on what it means for you, if you do the work, okay, and it's not easy, it is hard, but that's what makes it valuable. Okay, so let's talk about DM appointment setting. Okay, who here regularly has conversations through DMs to book in appointments? Yep, Hector, awesome. Yeah. So again, right now we're talking about the simple, basic stuff to get 5, 10 appointments very quickly. So DM appointment setting is the easiest, the fastest, and the simplest. Most of us have 1,000, 5,000, whatever, give or take, people to communicate with. A couple of things about appointment setting, if we look at the art of appointment setting, is what do we have more control over in life? What we get or what we give? Yeah, and what we resist persists, right? What do we have more control over in life? What we can get or what we can give? Can we control what we get in life? Can you control getting a yes, getting a client, getting a sale, getting money, getting an appointment? Cannot control those things. So they might be the goal or the target, but they're not the focus. Here's what we train our setters in to focus on. Focus on what you can give, focus on what you can control, which is simply one thing. That is reaching out to people to offer a way to help them. You're looking for people to serve and to help. So we focus on building relationships, even though the goal is to get appointments. Does that make sense? We're focusing on finding people that we can serve, that have a problem and goal we can help them with, that want to work together. So our focus is to build relationships. So we're sending friend requests, some people don't accept. We're inviting people to the group, some people don't accept. We're sending DMs, some people don't reply. We're offering an appointment, some people don't book. That is the nature of business. When you can dissociate emotionally from the response you get and you have an abundant mentality, it doesn't matter who does or does not. It doesn't make any difference to me who shows up or not, signs up or not, quits or not, buys or not, because there's so many people to talk to. I spoke to over 1,000 people in DMs this week, Vanessa. I committed to 150 DMs a day as of last week. I'm personally doing this stuff right now because I'm about to do a 30 client 30-day blitz with the guys. Some of the guys are on this call, right? So, and the awesome thing is, Vanessa, you've got that awareness. I'm resisting X. Okay, well, you can now use rewards and consequences. Who would resist DMs? As a starting point, you might go, I think all of you at this phase, like if I was at this phase, I would be sending 100 DMs a day. Now, if you're sending none, that's a big reach. So I might go, look, 10 today. And then tomorrow I might do 20 and then work your way up to 100. That's what I would recommend. Okay. But what you do in that situation, Vanessa, is you set a target and a reward. Well, I'm gonna send 10 today. Doesn't matter who replies. If no one replies, I'm gonna send 10. Okay. And then if I do that, I'm going to get this reward of a piece of cheesecake or a glass of wine. I don't know. It doesn't have to be food. I know some people don't like that. We're not dogs don't reward. Whatever, whatever. The reward and consequences system is brilliant for things we resist. I use it. Like I love cigars. I love rum. There's certain things I love to. I have to earn it. I have to earn the things that are pleasurable, that are instant pleasure, that aren't necessarily uh, a part of my rituals, like going to the gym or meditating or breath work. I have to earn them. I have to finish certain work before I can get the thing, right? If I want to go on this trip, I have to achieve this thing, right? So number one is focus on serving and giving. Don't worry about what you're getting. Focus on giving. Number two is elegance. Here is the most important part of DM setting. The most important part of DM setting. Now, here's the thing. Who would rather have someone else do all your DM setting? That's why I want to hire an appointment set as soon as possible so they can do it for you, right? That's the whole idea. The sooner you get in there and do the work and you get dirty, the sooner you find some gold you can give to someone else and you can outsource and delegate. 100%, we all want that. All right. They even build a team and automate. The faster you move through the phases, the sooner you can do what you do love doing, Vanessa. Because the whole idea to a business ultimately is to spend time doing what you love, time with family and travel. But in the beginning, you have to do the shit you don't like doing. It's just no way around it. And you can disagree with that or choose whatever, but that's why I'm on this side of the screen, right? Yeah. So the most important part of sending a DM, this is the most, I want everyone to hear this, VAs as well, is if I send Hector a DM, the most important part is that Hector, as the receiver, not me, the sender, when Hector receives a DM from me, that he feels there is a reason to justify it. If not, Hector will consider it cold or spam and resist. So what does that mean? We want to use attraction marketing and have a good reason to DM or ring or contact anyone. We don't do cold calls or cold DMs or spam. We don't do any of that. But then that brings the next question, Hector. Well, how the heck do we reach out to people with a reason if we're reaching out to them first or reaching out? Well, I'm glad you asked. 15 years of testing and measuring every script and process for DM appointment setting you can imagine. And this will be a revision for some of you, but this will probably never change. 3 things. Number one, here's the 3 reasons you can justify sending someone a DM, Vanessa. The first thing we do is number one is if you join my Facebook group and we reach out to you and just say thank you, would anyone have a problem with that? This is why you need a Facebook group. So anyone that joins your Facebook group, you send them a DM, welcome them, say thank you. Okay, you have no problem with that. This is why you need to have a Facebook group growing. Because, it doesn't work the same with Facebook friends, especially for ladies. Ladies, has there ever been a time you accepted a man's friend request? 30 seconds later, he's in your inbox saying hi. It feels creepy. It shouldn't be, but don't be creepy and awkward, right? It's just really weird, right? It's like waking up from a stranger and getting a message. We can get you 100 appointments per month. Book here to book a time. Doesn't work. Cold, creepy, desperate, weird. Doesn't work. You get that from the ladies? I bet you do. I used to before Georgia. I didn't get anything now. That's a good thing though. But yeah. So elegance comes from one, people join your group. Number two, for those that did the challenge and know those that know my how I do things, you know that when we do content, we have a CTA call to action. The reason why we have a CTA call to action is to give us or our team more people a reason to have to DM or converse with them. That's why the calls to action is so important. So comment below for a free call, free event, or a free offer. So let's say that Salil, I go, hey, I got this webinar coming up, want more info. You say, yes, please. My team message you with the link. Are you going to have a problem with that? Of course not. You request that. And again, this is why your 10 pieces of content or 5 to 10 a day is so important. If you're doing 1 to 3 a day, you're not getting those calls to action. The purpose of the content is to have more people to speak to. Because your focus right now, Vanessa, is to have more people to justify having conversations with. And if we're not doing the content, we're not doing it, there's no one there. Who are we going to message? Random friends. Hey, we've been friends for a year. Thought I'd say hi. I don't know about you. It just seems weird to me. It shouldn't, but it just feels weird in business. I don't know. I'm like, what does this person want, right? Now, this third one is the killer. Curtis, Steve, you guys are in the 30-day accelerator. This is the big one. This is where so many people leave money on the table, especially once you have a setup. If you implement this in your business right from the get-go and everybody does this, you'll get more appointments from this than anything else, maybe except for ads. Okay. And it's anyone that interacts. So Hector, if you just simply click like on my post, you just like it. You just click like. You don't comment, you don't share. And my team message you. And they go, Hector, Jason's asked me to message you, say thank you so much for your like on this post and supporting. Have a great day. Would anyone have a problem with that? No. So these are the three main DM scripts. Now, if you're hiring a VA with us or in one of our acceleration programs, these three scripts are in the portal, and I encourage you to grab them and personalize them because they've been refined over 15 years. They're not cookie cutter. You can personalize them. They're objective and evergreen, meaning they'll probably be relevant in 10 years to come, right? So for you, Vanessa, if you were to do this, that one thing there is probably going to give you 10, 20, 30 people a day to speak to. Yeah. Does that make sense? And of course, being clear on your avatar and so forth as well. So when we reach out to somebody, we have a script, right? Thank you for liking. Here's your free offer. Thank you for joining the group, basically. But then we have a series of questions to lead them to an appointment. Okay. You can find these in the scripts, but I just want to touch on these really quickly. What we do is we have 3 powerhouse questions. Number 4 there's 3 powerhouse questions. Okay. Now, these questions are a form of rapport building, but they're also pre-qualifying because we want to qualify them. And the first powerhouse question is, it's great to connect. Where in the world are you? Now, side note about scripts. Who has a bit of resistance about scripts or don't feel good about scripts? Or I used to get people say, I sound like a robot. And my response was, well, don't talk like one. You want to have a script, especially if you're going to hire a team, because you need to train them how you wish for them to speak and to be able to monitor and track and train them on that. Doesn't matter what they do. If I have somebody in my organization communicating, whether it's Noemi as client success manager, whether it's a closer and salesperson, whether it's on an onboarding call, I want them to have a process and script to follow that is a reflection of our voice, our style, our culture. I think that's really important. And it's the same with appointment setting. Okay. But what's more important, the script or people? Is Vanessa more important or the script? We all know the answer. Vanessa's more important by far. So we use the script and we not stray from the scripts, but in between the script, which is the science, is where the art comes in. This is where Vanessa's personality comes in. This is where your style comes in. And so when people are interacting with you, 2 hot tips, and these are hot and so simple. Every time you send somebody a DM, everybody hear this. VAs, Noemi, everybody hear this. This is crucial. Every time you send a DM forevermore to a prospect or a client, is you always finish with a question because it leaves it open for them to reply. Always finish with a question. The second thing is that the most important part is not the script. It is that Vanessa feels acknowledged. And this is in all conversations. So if I go, great to connect, where in the world are you? And Vanessa goes, I'm in Queensland. And I just go to the next part of the script. I'm missing an opportunity to build rapport and connect. And more importantly, have Vanessa feel acknowledged. Okay, so I might reply legit, like, oh man, I'd love to visit, or I've been there, or here's a photo, what's the, that stuff. So make sure we're doing that in between. I cannot teach you how to do that, Tess. I cannot teach you how to do that, Min. That's you're at a coffee shop and you're having conversation. Right? Number 2, what kind of business do you have? So if you're working with business owners, what kind of business you have? If you're not working with business owners, so for example, Steve, so what do you do for a living? So we're making sure they're our avatar, they're in the right industry or the right niche or niche. We're also can start to get an idea of their income or income potential. Okay. Vanessa answers. I make sure that she's acknowledged, and then I go straight to the question. The third powerhouse question, again, all in the scripts. You can find them in there. I'm going to give who would like access to my scripts. If you're not a paying client yet, I'm going to email you my scripts. So if you registered and you're watching live, I'll email you scripts. If you're watching this on YouTube or elsewhere, I'll put a link somewhere. If you watch the whole thing, you can access them, right? Yeah, cool. Third powerhouse question, right? And this is really important, what is your biggest challenge or your biggest goal right now. If you ask some people what the challenge is, they tell you you've got no challenges, right? They're just spiritually bypassing the problems. Some people want to talk about their goals towards the way motivation. Okay. Now, no matter what Vanessa says, the next part is I'll say, hey, we can definitely help you with that. And we ask the $1 million question. Guess why it's called the $1 million question? Because it's made me millions of dollars and my businesses. Write this down. This one question, use as much as you can in real life, personal life, family, friends, and definitely in business. Use it in business, you're gonna get a lot more appointments, a lot more clients, and you're gonna make a lot more money and therefore have a lot more impact. Okay. How would you feel if we jumped on a quick call to see how we can help you with X, right? If I asked you, Vanessa, how would you feel if, and you've heard me say this before, Vanessa, if I ask you a question, how would you feel if, and in your mind, you're thinking, I would feel good, the answer must be what? It has to be yes, because the mind-body connection, that's how it works. Ego, mind, whatever label you want to give it, will not let the incongruity verbalize, right? So I encourage you guys to write that down and use it. How would you feel if, how would you feel if we jump on a quick call? Not Vanessa, let's book a strategy business consultation call for 45 minutes where we can no, keep it cash. Cash. I've never used the word cash in my life. That's congruity for you, right? Keep it casual. Hey, how would you feel if we jump on a quick call to see how we can and verbalize, personalize what they've said to see how we can lose that weight, heal that trauma, build your business, make that crypto, right? Meet your soulmate, whatever it is. Okay. Does that make sense? Now, to everybody, does that feel elegant? Does that feel ethical? How can people get upset at that? Like we don't get complaints about this. We just don't get complaints about it. One final hot tip, and this is especially for the appointment setters. I encourage everyone to use Calendly. I want everyone to hear this because this slide here is really important and it's full of lots of gold nuggets because all of you on this call should be sending DMs for appointment setting every day. All of you, even Noimi's doing it, right? One thing that's not on here, always when you book somebody in, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go the other way around. Who's heard of Calendly? So most of you probably have Calendly. If not, you want to set it up or similar. You want to be able to send people a link they can click on and find a convenient time in the calendar. Who's got that set up? Who's got Calendly or similar? Yeah. So here is a massive mistake I see setters make all the time, Normie, and our guys do. Everybody's guilty of it in the beginning because we want to automate things, right? So if I send Vanessa, use HubSpot, yeah. Hey, Amanda, good to see you. Yeah, whichever platform you use, as long as functionally you can send someone a link and they can book a time, right? HubSpot, Calendly, GoHellover, whatever it is, there's a whole bunch of things. HubSpot's actually really good. HubSpot has gotten even, man, this year's got really good actually. So here's the thing, Amanda, if I send you my Calendly link, Amanda said, yeah, let's book in a time, and I send you the link to book in a time. Who has control over booking the appointment, me or you? You have control. But as the setter, who do I want to have control over booking the appointment? Me. So when you're having DM conversations, human to human, you manually book them in. And I'll say, hey, Amanda, great. I've got 2 p.m. later today or 3 p.m. tomorrow. Now, when you're booking appointments, and again, this screen here is the most pertinent screen for most of you, and there's such seemingly trivial, nuanced things. But this slide is so significant that if you do this, you're all going to get 10 points per week. Like this one slide. This one slide is the most important thing for all of you right now in phase one. Okay. It is if you book an appointment, you're offering them today or tomorrow. Not in a week, not in 3 or 4 days. Well, I can do 2 p.m. and you're always using double blind. Great. I can do 2 p.m. today, Vanessa, or 3 p.m. tomorrow. Which works better for you? Which is easier for you? Okay. Oh, I can't do either of those. Oh, I can do tomorrow later or the next day this time. You don't want to be going, I want to do today or tomorrow. Speed is good. Here's another thing, Vanessa, if you book say it's 11 o'clock here this morning, right? And you book a call for 4 p.m. this Arvo, what's the likelihood they're going to show up? 90 something percent. Urgency is your friend. With appointment setting, speed is king, volume is God. With appointment setting, speed is king, volume is God. It really is the key. Quantity and quality, yeah. The only time I use Calendly, if Vanessa goes, hey, I need to check my schedule, get back to you, I'll be like, Okay, cool. When do you think you can get back to me? When people, when people say I need to think about it or I'll get back to you, get them to commit. Remember when we had this conversation yesterday? Let me check and get back to you. Great. How much time do you need? Or when can you get back? Tomorrow at 5 p.m.? Sweet. I'll send you a message then and go from there. But what I do, if Vanessa goes, I need to check my calendar or get back to you, I'm like, here's the Calendly link. Book a time when you can. If I haven't heard from him in 24 hours, I'll come back and check in and get you booked in. Because now I might get the appointment while I'm waiting rather than waiting. But outside of that, Calendly is used on funnels, emails, links, stuff like that, right? That is the DM appointment setting process in a nutshell. I'm going to send you all my personalized scripts, which have the SOPs, checklist, appointment setting, everything. Anyone have any questions on DM appointment setting? So DM appointment setting is the most popular, and it's definitely where I recommend you're starting. So for those of you that are booking no appointments or have zero appointments next week, it's because you're not spending time having conversations to book appointments. It's really that simple. Where to start? Start with the DM. Start with 10, 20, 30 DMs a day. Grab my scripts, start there. That's where you start. Keep in mind you need to be doing the content and following that flow as well. Once you got the DMs in place and you've got that in swing, then start collecting phone numbers on everything you do. So we have 3 lists for our social media, and from there we'll build our phone and email. Phone is the most underrated way of booking appointments, and it's my favorite. I think a lot of people have resistance to it for a few reasons. Who here doesn't answer the phone if you don't know the number? Probably most of you. Yeah, a lot of us don't do that, right? I haven't answered my phone in over 5 years. In fact, you can't ring me, it's switched off. You can't even leave voicemail because it's full. I'm not checking my SMSs, I'm not on WhatsApp, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not checking emails, team do all that. I'm on Facebook, Zoom, on my mastermind. That's it. But here's a question for each of you. Which restaurant or chain of restaurants is the largest, most successful in the world? Which chain of restaurants? We all know it. I'll give you a hint, Golden Arches. McDonald's. Yeah, Kirsten, exactly. Quick question for you business owners. I don't know if I want to ask the Filipinos, but for you business owners, when's the last time you ate McDonald's? Yeah, exactly, Steve. Last time I had McDonald's was in 2013. 13 years ago, last time I had McDonald's. Yeah, so what we tend to do is we go, well, I don't eat McDonald's, I don't make calls, so everybody else mustn't do it. But most of us, I mean, Vanessa, 8 years, Kirsten, I can't remember. Most entrepreneurs in our community are fairly health conscious. We attract a lot of health conscious and health industry people, so it makes sense. That's my background, health and wellness. I had a fitness, nutrition, weight loss business for 20, almost 22 years. But there must be millions of people eating it because it's the largest chain in the world. So just because we don't do something doesn't mean others don't. So it's important to get out of our own way, not project. Here's another thing about phone call setting. What's the most personable way that us or our team can communicate with prospects, not clients, prospects? You might think a Zoom call, but we're talking about prospects that you're just reaching out to. Good luck getting on straight in a Zoom call. Okay. Yeah. I'll give an example. Now, ladies, don't judge me. This is an anecdotal, right? Let's say there's this beautiful woman that I want to ask out on a date. Obviously, I'm in a happy relationship, but it's a metaphor, right? An anecdotal. Let's say there's this beautiful woman I want to ask her out on a date. Is she more likely to say yes to me if I ask her face to face, we can see, hear, touch each other? Or if I make a phone call and ring her? Who agrees that if I ask her face to face, I'm more likely to get a yes? Why is that? Why am I more likely to get a yes from somebody for anything face to face than over the phone? It's more personable, right? It's more personable. Let's say for some reason, Kirsten connection 100%. Let's say for some reason that I'm not able to ask her face to face. Is she more likely to say yes over the phone where she can hear my sincerity, tone, and voice, or via SMS text message? Who would agree over the phone? Why again? It's more personable. So the most personable communication you can have with a prospect that's not yet ready or on the Zoom call is phone call. Here's another thing about phone calls. Phone calls are the ultimate customer service experience. Let's say, Kirsten, that you download one of my ebooks and my team ring you. Kirsten, did you get the ebook? You didn't. Let me send it to you. You did. What did you like about it? it becomes customer service. You register for an event, my team's going to call you. Did you get a chance to join us? You didn't? Oh, here's the replay and the free resources. You did? What did you like about it? And then it's a customer service call that becomes, hey, by the way, as a thank you, we would love to give you a free 45-minute strategy call or whatever it is to see how we can XYZ. And you book them in. Now, the thing about phone calls, one last reason, I just really want you guys to understand the power of phone calls, right? The other thing about phone calls is this. On average, when in full swing, I want you to hear this. Our DM setters that just do DMs book 5 to 10 quality appointments per week. Guess how many on average our full swing phone call setters book when in full swing? Anybody guess? On average, 10 to 20. Phone call setters in the same amount of time will double the amount of people. Okay. And I think a part of it with phone calls is who here really wants to make phone calls? So if it's just you as an entrepreneur, you can make calls for an hour and not get hold of anyone. It feels like a waste of time. To be honest, phone calls is one of the things you do want to outsource as quickly as possible. Because if you're sending DMs for an hour, you're probably going to get 4 or 5 replies. You make calls for an hour, you might not get a reply. Phone calls are very inconsistent. This is why the key with phone call setting is to have somebody else do it. You can pay one of our guys $13 per hour. So let's say that, Jeff, you're hiring one of our team and they make 6 hours of calls per week. That's going to cost you less than $100. But Jeff, if we get you 6 appointments per week for $100, how many of those are you going to sign up? Let's say you only sign one client. How much income does that give you? For most of us, probably 2 to 5 grand. So the return on investment for phone call setting is ginormous, even more than DM setting. There is no greater return on investment for anything you can spend than a setter, especially a setter that's making calls. And I encourage everybody to start clicking phone numbers on every landing page and implement that as soon as you can. Do you know what I'm going to be personally doing? Even right now, I have a phone setter. I'm going to start making calls tomorrow myself. I'm going to make 30 calls a day. Yeah, because I'm going to be joining these 30-day accelerator guys. I'm going to lead by example. Curtis and Stephen, you guys in the pro, I'm doing everything you guys are doing. Everything I'm sharing here, I'm going to be doing. I'm getting right back in the trenches and doing it all. Appointment setting, DMs, phone calls, sales. So I'm going to sign 30 clients in 30 days, right? So add the customer service, build the phone list, start building a phone list. You can find my personal scripts in the portal, or I'll send them to you if you register for this as well. Now, with phone scripts, we have a script for each offer. We have a script for events. We have different scripts for each one. But for most of you, it's probably going to be an event. So, I mean, again, imagine, Vanessa, you follow the principle. You do a webinar in a month, 50 people register, and you ring them all. Thank them. Did you get the replay? Book them in. Like, I don't understand why people don't do that. In my mind, it's just like it's compulsory that I give that level of customer service experience to the people that have committed and dedicated to an event. So if you're in our community, you're going to get calls and SMS and emails because I want to serve you. It's not to bother you and hound you and to take your money. Some of you will spend nothing. Some will spend a few hundred. Some will spend thousands. Some hundreds of thousands. Whatever is good for you and suits you, go for it. Want to use me for free stuff? Go for it. We'll still serve you. Okay. And so I just really want to encourage everyone in a world of AI and automation, you cannot beat human to human connection. And if you do this one simple thing, it will make a huge difference in the reception of your prospects and community. Put appointment setting and sales and clients aside, people just love the fact that, because people don't do that. So, okay, so the platform, what do we use to make calls? Well, if it's just you, we used to use Skype. Skype shut down last year, which is unfortunate. So we just use WhatsApp for now. WhatsApp. Okay, once you expand, you can use GoHelloable. So we use GoHelloable for our phone calls. But WhatsApp, if you're making the calls, Vanessa, open up your WhatsApp and use that. Now, the thing about phone call setting and DM setting is the biggest and best thing you can all do is get faster. So when you're making phone calls, ring, 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 ring. We ring until it dials out. We do not leave voicemails for prospects. We never leave voicemails for someone that doesn't have an appointment. If somebody's registered for an event, booked in for a call, or they're paying client, we leave a message. But if they're not a prospect, we don't leave. The main reason is speed and flow, and we'll call them back anyway, right? Speed is king. Train your guys to get faster, send DMs faster, make calls faster. The faster if I make 50 calls in an hour and I book 2 appointments, what happens if I double my speed and book 100? Book double the appointments, double revenue, double impact. And if it compounds more, speed is king. You're all moving too slow. Your VAs are moving too slow, setters are moving too slow, and you're moving too slow. Not having a go. You just imagine if you all got twice as fast, what would happen next week? Yep. Any questions on phone setting? This is the basic stuff, simple stuff. Cool. Is that useful, by the way? So those doing the 30-day accelerator, Curtis and Steve, I'm going to get you guys picking up the phone. But here's the awesome thing, Steve, Curtis, Hector, you guys that have got VAs with us, as soon as you got a VA, stop doing phone calls or cut back and have your VA do it because you're probably not going to have a copious amount of. No, we got what did we get last year? 22,000 phone numbers last year, I think, something like that. Very useful. Yeah, awesome, Mark. Mark, that's why I wanted you on this call. Yeah. Vanessa, you've heard some of this stuff before. We're going to go deeper and more advanced shortly anyway, though. But I think, sometimes it's like not learning new stuff. It's a reminder of what we know we should be doing, we're not. And getting a swift kick in the butt, go, okay, let's go. Let's do it. This is what I need to do, right? And unfortunately, in the early stages, no one wants to pick up the shovel, get dirty to find the gold. But the truth is, if you don't pick up the shovel and dig and get dirty, no gold for you, right? So it's like find some gold, then expanding, then automate. And the third list we have is email. And this is the third way you or an appointment setter can book appointments. Now, these are the three ways you can each book appointments right now. Once you hire a setter, guess what they'll do? The same. So with email setting, we're talking about manual emails. Emails are the most if phone calls are the most underused, emails are the most underrated, or either way, which other way. And I think a part of it is because a lot of us learn from internet marketers or gurus that use email to sell. So, when you see a Facebook ad and you download a free offer from an ad or you purchase a course or something, you get email sequence, right? And you get a drip feed, you get drip fed emails. What are those guys mainly using emails for? To sell, right? There's a link to click on to buy a course, a software, a program, AI, whatever it is. But what's the main way we all sell? In an appointment, a one-on-one Zoom call or a group call. Remember when we're talking about appointments, guys? It's one-on-one and or group. One-on-ones every day, group once a month, funnel system, right? Organic, then paid. So what we do for us then is, doesn't it make sense that if we sell through events and our calendar, that our email should be to promote events and promote our Calendly? So the thing is that I can't really send an email every day going, join my webinar, Mark, join my webinar, join my webinar with the banner. But what if there was a way you could? So what we do with emails in our system, what we personally do, and I encourage, as you guys are all aware, we recommend 5 to 10 pieces of content a day. And we just get one of those pieces of content and we send it out with 2 CTAs, one to Calendly, one to the next event. So Monday, we'll send out a video with a link to Calendly and a link to next event. Tuesday, a written blog post. Wednesday, a direct event promo. Thursday, a video. So it could be the long form live, Facebook Live or a reel. And then Friday, a blog. So Normie takes care of my email. Once you hire somebody, I just let her know which piece of content. She takes a screenshot. I approve it, and out it goes once a day. These are the manual emails. I'm not talking about autoresponders here. So if you build an email list and send an email every day with quality, valuable, relevant content like this, the right people stick around. And sooner or later, they're going to click on that Calendly or that event and they're going to register a book. If you adopt this and you start building an email list, you're going to start, what's going to happen is, because the thing is, Vanessa, how many people in your circle don't know they can book a free call or where to book a free call or even what you do? So this constant reminder is like, because, and this is a huge thing with sales and marketing. When you're booking appointments, you just assume everyone wants and needs an appointment, but you send 100 DMs, you might get 2 or 3 appointments, whatever it is, right? Because most people are not ready to book and most people are not ready to buy. I want everybody to hear this. Everybody listen to this closely. You are not marketing to people that are ready to buy now. You're marketing to people that when they are ready, you're the one they think of. I get to a point, I look in the mirror, I got muffin tops. I'm like, holy crap, hey, I do have a little bit of muffin tops. Holy crap, when did that happen? I need some help. Who do I know? Oh, Steve. He's been sending me emails and adding value and connecting with me. Reach out to Steve. Who would like to wake up to referrals and inquiries every day? That's attraction marketing at its finest. On Thursday morning, I wake up to 2 direct inquiries and 1 referral. I mean, who would like that? That's a great way. And 1 a day would be awesome. Heck, a couple a week, right? So that's the power of attention and awareness through these three lists consistently over time. So Curtis and Steve, if you haven't implemented this and those in the 30-day accelerator, you need to implement this immediately. Now, to begin with, if you're using Gmail or something, we need to have a proper software so you can build a list and do it properly. Just start with MailChimp, M-A-I-L chimp.com. I think you can set up to 500. I think you can have a list of up to 500 for free. Once you've milked that for the free, you can move to what's called SendGrid, and that also integrates well with GoHelloVon and quite affordable. But that's what I would do at this stage. You have GoHelloVon on Aweber. Yep, obviously that's perfect. Yep. You just need it doesn't as for me personally, I don't tell people you have to use GoHelloVon or you have to use Calendly or you have to use whatever. Um, I normally choose the more popular thing. Why do I normally choose the more popular option? Because there's more familiarity. When there's familiarity, it breeds trust and people make decisions and act faster. You send people a link and they don't know what it is, they're not going to click on it, right? Squarespace, as long as Hector it does what you want it to do, that's fine. As long as you can build a list and you can send manual emails, it really doesn't matter. Yeah. What will matter later is when your list gets big and how much it costs you. Because it actually the price gets up there. Doesn't annoy me. We just upped ours this week, right? I mean, we were sending 700,000 emails a month. We've just streamlined a little bit to make some adjustments. So, okay, so this is phase one. Just a friendly reminder of phase one. So my suggestion, who's in phase one right now? By show of hands. Yeah, grab my scripts, start sending DMs a day. Okay, now if you have no clients and you have no income, you should have no shame. Alex Hormozi said that in an interview recently. I was like, man, that's pretty harsh. I feel personally attacked. If you're broke or you have no clients or you have no appointments, you should have no shame. Now you don't have to send cold DMs, but you do have to do the work, right? If you've got no clients and no appointments, you should have no shame. I would recommend starting on 10 DMs a day, build that to 50 to 100. Ring everybody and anybody you have a phone number for. Start collecting phone numbers, especially on events, and ring those people and send a daily email. Who here, who's in phase one, is committed and dedicated to implementing this immediately? Say aye. Say yes. Post yes in the chat. If you do this, you will book an appointment if you start this on Monday, you will book at least one appointment every day. You cannot not book it. Grab my scripts, personalize them, use them. Yeah. By the way, for those in our 30-day accelerator coming up, I'm going to help you next week put all the scripts together as well. So you'll have those. Yeah. Hey, Vicky Parker in the house. Good to see you here. I know you're super busy, so great to have you with us. Yep, cool. Yes. Awesome. Now quick check-in as we move to phase two. What's everyone's biggest takeaway or what's the biggest lesson? Now, you notice today is about lots of little gold nuggets, right? So there's probably a few in there. What's the biggest takeaway, the biggest lesson, the one thing you're going to implement immediately? But just post in the chat. What's everyone's biggest takeaway? Start connecting. It really just comes down to having more conversations. What about? Well, grab my scripts. Yeah, Vanessa, for you, you start small, right? Go, I'm going to send 10 today. If I do it, I'm going to have a wine. I don't know. Do you drink wine? I don't know. Oh, you got one right now. Awesome. No. It's a little early, but hey, why not? I'm not doing, yeah, exactly, Kirsten. Everyone in phase one in the world in any industry is there because they're not having enough conversations. It really is that simple. And when you're a solopreneur, it's freaking hard. Like it's hard because you got to do it yourself. Like I hate cleaning and doing dishes, but like if I was broke and I couldn't afford to, like I pay for a cleaner. My partner doesn't have to do anything. I do all the cooking because I freaking love to cook. I did my 3-year chef apprenticeship. Just, I mean, I can cook meat, right? Cook amazing food for her. We get a cleaner twice a week. I cover that. We even get a weekly pool clean here, right? So included. She doesn't have to do much at all, except just keep the cat's section clean. She doesn't have to worry about all that. We all want to create a life where we don't have to do the things we don't want to do, but if it's just us and we don't have the money to pay other people, and so you got to do the dishes, otherwise it stinks and maggots come, right, or whatever. It's like, yeah, DM daily, respond to all likes. Yeah, that's a big one, Steve, for you, especially Stevie right now. You got 5 likes. There's 5 people you can talk to, right? Now, remember, don't get too caught up in focusing on booking appointments. Follow the process, but focus on serving, giving, and building a relationship. There's many of you guys on this training that have been on the last few trainings. Some of you had calls with this week, Hector, Jeff, and some of you guys want to join programs in the future, but you're not financially able to justify it. And so I'm very transparent. I want to work with you, help you to get to a point you can afford to hire a VA so we can help you further. So you can afford to hire an appointment setter from us, and so forth and so forth. Because I want to see you win. And the more you help people do that without asking for money or needing the money, you'll build a pipeline, you'll build a community, you'll build a tribe, right? I know when we do events, a lot of the same people come back, and I've had clients in the past, Vanessa, you can probably relate to this. Man, the same people come to my webinars, there's no new prospects. That's a great thing. That's an awesome thing. You just got to get a little bit better at asking them to invite people and ask for referrals, right? Okay, let's move to phase two. Now, I encourage all of you to get to phase two as quickly as possible. In fact, all of you, if you follow my process, should move to phase two within the next 30 days. Phase two is you hire somebody else to book appointments. Could be through us, it could be a VA, it could be an expert setter, it could be whoever you want. It doesn't matter. But you need to hire somebody else, okay, to help you book appointments. Now, the key time to do this is when you're booking 5 to 10 a week. When you're booking 5 to 10 a week, because you need to be able to go, hey, sitter, I've worked this out. I've got the systems in place. I'm doing 5. Now I'm just going to show you what I'm doing and we do it together. If you hire an appointment setter and you're not booking any, you're going to struggle with that appointment. The amount of people, knowing me, how many people we've seen hire setters for us that are booking no appointments, hire a setter, go book me appointments and failed. A manager says go, write this down. A manager says go do, write this down, guys. A manager says go do. A leader says let's do. A manager says go book appointments. A leader says let's book appointments. So for those like Curtis and Steve, the best thing for you right now, when you have the VA on board, is to spend an hour a day on a Zoom call booking appointments together with them. 1 hour a day is going to give you 2 appointments a day. They book one, you book one. 5 each a week, there's 10 a week. Expand on that 15, 20 appointments. So when you first hire a setter, okay, and for those that got a 30-day trial or VA, you should already be doing this or want to introduce this. You all want to move, all of you in the first phase want to get to this phase as quickly as possible. And you might be thinking, well, Jace, you're just saying that because you sell appointment setters. No, I've been saying that for 15 years. Hire from someone else if you want. I don't mind. Like, I really don't. I'd rather you provide a job opportunity for one of our Filipinos because that's our mission, but that's up to you. Even if it's not for us, you want to setter as quickly as possible to duplicate and double. It's also cool just to wake up and to have someone else doing that as well. So here's the problem I see as well. A lot of people want to manage rather than lead. But how many times, Noemi, have we seen somebody hire a setter and go, like, try to wave the magic wand and go, book me appointments? We need to set up anyone we hire for success. We always need to set them up for success. So when I hire a setter, there's 3 SOPs or things we need to equip them with. Some of you already are here now that hire VAs with us. Some of you are about to get a VA or start a VA or have a free 30-day trial. These are the 3 things you want to give to somebody that you want booking appointments with you. Number 1, you've got to communicate exactly who your avatar is, your audience. Now, this stuff I talk a bit about in our strategy calls, but I'm going to expand on it, right? And go deeper in this session. If you're a paying client of ours in any way, shape, or form, have access to a portal. In all our portals, there's an avatar worksheet where you can fill in and answer the questions, give it to your VA so they know who your dream client is. So I'm not just talking about niche or niche. Your niche or your niche is your overall pool, right? It's the pond you fish in, if you will. Your avatar is your individual dream client. It's the fish you catch in the pool. I work with 40 plus women. Steve, I think, no, let's use this one. I work with 40 plus women going through menopause to lose weight. That's the pond I fish in. But my avatar, my dream client, the one person, if they're paying me in a year, is Tracy. She's 35. She's in Melbourne. She's in corporate. She's divorced. She's got 2 kids, etc., etc. These are the things that keep her awake at night, stressed. These are her problems. Okay, these are her goals, etc. That avatar worksheet will help you do that in 5 minutes. Give that to your VA or at least communicate your setup, and I'll help you with that as well. The second thing you need to be able to give them is a pre-qualifying form. Okay, so once you've got, I mean, you want to have this in place when it's just you, ideally. Okay, if you have a platform like GoHello, you can do it within there. If you don't have a CRM, you can use something like a DocuSign or Google, not a problem, nice and easy. I don't know if you can do that on a free trial on DocuSign, Noemi. You can do it for free on a Google form, either or. So if you have someone in your team, they need to know who they're meant to be communicating with and who are avoiding. And when they get an appointment, send them a form where they can gather more information for you to further qualify them, to make sure they're getting you quality appointments. Because when it's just you booking, just book everyone in, guys. Stephen Curtis, just book everyone. because you get to practice, and every time you do it and get to practice, you get better. Okay. So by the time you get to those other people that are higher quality, you're going to be high conversions anyway, right? But once you've got a setter, you're probably going to notice that your quality will get better, or you want better quality. Your time is more valuable. Everybody's time's not the same value. We all like to think it is, but it's not. If everyone's time was worth the same, people at McDonald's would get paid the same as accountants or doctors. Do you know what I mean? The value you bring to the workplace, right? I'm talking about business. I'm not talking about, you know, somebody's life is more valuable than others. I'm talking about business, right? I'm talking about the marketplace. Jim Rohn used that. So we're going to have a pre-qualifying form. And the third thing, the most important, is I need to have a script to give to Tess. I need to have a script to give to Mayanne that I can train her in. And the scripts you use are the 3 scripts we spoke about. Welcome to the Facebook group, post interaction, and the free offer with a CTA. Once they're making phone calls, you'll give them the phone call script. And you can find all 3 of these things in all our portals, which you can take and personalize if you choose. Okay. But if you give these 3 things to your set, and it doesn't take long to do this, 30 minutes to an hour with them to set it up is all it takes, because they can go through it in their own time. So you don't need to spend hours on a call training a setup. You really shouldn't need to. Any questions on that? Does that help? Do you use Facebook tools for auto DM conversations? We're going to talk about that in the next slide, brother. 2 slides away. We're going to talk about all the automation stuff. So phase 1 is the least sexy, right? But it's the most important because that gets you to phase 2. Phase 2 is a bit more fun, but it's, you got to manage and hire and lead and, start creating SOPs and refine the SOPs in the system. Phase 3, 4, 5, that's where the fun and excitement happens. The sooner you get in and get dirty, the sooner you can have more gold, right? I'll tell you that. The dirtier you're prepared to get, the more gold you have sooner. And then you can get to the fun, exciting stuff in business, but also life. Yeah. Yep, cool. So phase 2, we hire a setter, we do it together, we get to the 10 to 20 appointments, we set them up with the SOPs that I just mentioned, and then you actually want to train them in that stuff. And then obviously managing. When you hire a setter, here's my suggestion: do a quick daily huddle and actually spend some time with them booking appointments. Because if you're in phase 2, the most important part of your business and growth is appointments. Imagine getting 10 appointments every week, guys. That's 2 clients every week. If I said to you, if you spend an hour a day on a call with your setter, booking appointments together, you'd have 10 appointments. Who would say it's worth it by show of hands? But it's just doing it, right? It's doing the work. So if you do that, you're going to grow. It's only an hour a day. Our whole system up until phase 2 with all lead gen, social media and everything takes 3 or 4 hours a day. It's all it takes. But most of us are wasting time on non-income producing activities or doing things we enjoy and like. We're spending 2 hours on AI or Canva. We're worrying about websites or things over here, or, some of you are getting websites that go a hell of a lot too soon or hiring team too soon. Yeah. Any questions on phase 2? Now we can get to the fun stuff. 20 minutes. You're going to move through this stuff a little bit quicker. We're going to go through the 3 phases now in 30 minutes and wrap it up in half an hour. Is that cool with you guys? We're getting to the fun, cool stuff, which you want to get to as quickly as you can in your business, because that's when the money comes and the impact comes and so forth. Yeah. Any questions on that, guys? All good? No, cool. So phase 3. Okay, so at phase 3, you're probably booking around that, that it probably could be less. You can probably do it at 15 to 20 appointments. Once you and your setter are at capacity, what you actually want to do in phase 2, I should probably encourage you, is what you really want to do in phase 2 is, where possible, is who here would rather not book appointments and have somebody else booking appointments for you? Yeah, so to do that, you can, like in phase 2, you're probably going to want to have 2 setters. One doing, say, DM and email, and the other one doing phone. Or you could have one full-time setter doing all of that. Okay. But if your target is to book 10, I think it was Steve said 10 appointments. Steve, you've got no one to help you, so you need to book 10. You bring on somebody else and they're booking 5, you book 5. We need to bring on either increase the hours or bring on another person to get the 10. Once you guys hit the target you set me before, now you can remove yourself and the team can do it. So again, I think the best thing for all of you is to do it yourself, bring on board 1 or 2 setters or a full-time setter. Once they're getting that target without you doing anything, that's when you remove yourself from. Same as sales. Who here would ultimately love to have somebody else selling for you? I think all of us would, right? But if your target is to get 2 clients, you need to do that, right? You bring on board a salesperson. Once they can do that, now you can remove yourself from the sales. Those steps are so crucial, guys, when hiring people. I've had thousands of people in my employment. I used to run 14 health clubs with 500 staff that I managed. So I know what it's like to have big teams, right? It's challenging. Let's get the cool fun stuff. You guys ready for the cool fun stuff? All right, let's get to the cool fun stuff. Right. So you're getting you're getting your, about 20 appointments per week. You've got the setters in place, you've got the SOPs in place. You're now removing yourself from setting and you move to phase three. Now, to be honest, you can do this as soon as you want. I mean, it also depends on how much you charge. If you have a higher ticket item, you probably don't need as many clients because it's going to come down to affordability as well. But imagine this. Imagine, Steve, imagine if I said right now, you need to hire a setter, put GoHelloWorld together, and you'd be overwhelmed. So prioritize one main focal point at any given time so you don't overwhelm. I mean, who agrees that the online world is really overwhelming? Because you've got, do I do ads? Do I have funnels? Do I use GoHelloWorld? What AI do I use? Do I need virtual assistant? Do I need a closer? What email platform? What's it? No wonder people are overwhelmed. So one of the things we do for you is based on our 15 years experience, building four of my own seven-figure businesses, coaching thousands of people, is that we just lay it out very simply for you on the next step and the fastest way to get next step. Sure, you want a website, but if you have no clients, it doesn't make sense. You should be focusing on this stuff, right? At what point is the best point to get a CRM? Well, I recommend about this point. So once you've got a VA, a setter on board, we want to automate with a CRM and funnels. So what I recommend here is GoHelloWorld. Who's using GoHelloWorld, by the way? For those that don't know GoHelloWorld, yeah, each level goes in order for a reason. It is, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So if I ask each of you to stand up right now and take 3 steps, is it possible to take the third step before the second step? It's not possible, right? There's an order, there's a sequence. So when people tell me nothing's impossible, I'm like, oh, I can't take the third step before the second. So there are some things that are possible. You can? Nah, no, you can't, bro. So these steps are laid out for speed and sustainability and to underwhelm you so you can have a myopical focus on one. Steve, we spoke about it the other day. If you chase 3 rabbits, how many catch? So most of you are trying to chase too many rabbits. There's too much complexity for the size of your business or income. And I think a lot of it is because a lot of you are so much smarter than the size of your business. Up here in your mind, you might be running, but your business is crawling. So you've got to get down and crawl first to be able to walk in and run. If you don't know what GoHelloWorld is, GoHelloWorld is an all-in-one platform. There's everything and anything you need to streamline your appointments, leads, and to a degree, sales on autopilot. What does that mean? GoHelloWorld is a CRM that has an inbuilt calendar that you can automate. You can create funnels and offers on there. You can do your landing pages and your events in there. It has an LC system with phone and SMS system inbuilt. You can integrate social media and pipeline into there. You can integrate WhatsApp into there. You can integrate ChatGPT and automate it in there, and so much more. You can also layer in AI features like voice AI, Closebot, and other features within there as well. We're going to talk about that. Okay, so how exactly does that work? So I'm going to show you my screen and how it works so you can see the power of this. What calendar system is everyone using right now? Most people are probably using Google Calendar. I love Google Calendar. I need to remove myself and go to GoHelloWorld. I'm on it. I'm having what is the word? I have a emotional attachment to Google Calendar. I had a paper diary for 10 years. It was very difficult for me to go to paper diary to Google. I've been using Google Calendar for 15 years. But the first part of GoHelloWorld that I want to share with you is that you can set up your calendar on, I'm not logged in, we'll log in, on GoHelloWorld here. And I'm just going to map out and show you how this works because even if you're not using GoHelloWorld, but only GoHelloWorld that I know of is the only platform to do all the things I'm about to share with you, right? So this is my our GoHelloWorld account. If we log in here, what you can do is you can add calendars in here. Okay, you can link a calendar in here. Okay, so I can link and I can set up calendars in here and I can put availability and you can automate. So you've got an inbuilt calendar system. Why is it better than Google? Many reasons. So you guys all registered for this event that are on this live, right? So this is the event we're doing next week. I'll talk about it shortly. So all of our events, so when you do a monthly event, we set up the landing page within GoHelloable. And I just want to paint a picture of how this works. This gives you 4 chances to book an appointment on autopilot. So this is our event next week, the ChatGPT content system that turns posts into paying clients every day. Next week, I'm doing a free live training to show you how to use ChatGPT to map out 30 days of content in under 10 minutes, edit content in under 60 seconds, and post to get clients every day. Who would like to learn how I use ChatGPT to do that? Would you guys like that? Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do that next week. So this is create a landing page created on GoHelloable. Now, what happens is when you click on reserve my spot, you'll enter in all your details. So we're collecting your details. So I promote this on social media. I collect all your details on here. Why is this not working? Let's just go Albania. I'm not sure why. Has my screen frozen? Oh, there we go. That's my computer. I don't know. My computer just spat itself. You see that? I don't know what happened. That was my computer. Let's try again. So click on here. All right, just put all that in here. So we always collect 4 details: name, email, phone, and country. Because we want to turn social media followers into email and phone so we can email them and ring them. But rather than manually ringing them and rather than manually emailing, this automates everything. Cool. I'm going to put this in here. Okay. And so when you register, what happens is it takes you to this thank you page. You'll see it on mobile and it's add it to your calendar, add it to your calendar, join our mastermind. So we're getting people in there and book your free strategy call. Okay. So let's say that you have a VA working for you, Steve, and you have your event on GoHelloable, and somebody requests this on Facebook. Your VA will send it to them and then aim to book them in for an appointment. So there's your first chance to get an appointment. When they fill in their details, you also collect the email on phone, plugs them into the system, which I'll explain in a moment. But then they'll come to the thank you page and they might book an appointment here, second chance to book an appointment. Now, you would all know this because you've registered for the last event, for this event, the same way. You get an SMS instantly and a sequence, and you also get an email instantly and a sequence. We get 4 chances to book an appointment all on autopilot. Now, what happens after the event? My team ring you and will aim to book in for an appointment. This gives you 5 chances without you personally doing it to book an appointment. Okay. We can also set up the same offers, which we'll talk about as well. Okay. Now, what happens is when you come into GoHelloable here, it organizes all your contacts in here. So we started using this, what, 9 months ago? I think we got about 22,000. Move this around here. I can't see everything yet. So let me just move this out of the way. Cool. Let's remove the filter. Yeah, cool. So these are our contacts in here. Probably shouldn't wait. Actually, I'm not going to show that because it might mess with my recording. Let me just give me 1 second. But here, sorry, just bear with me 1 second. Come on. All right, cool. I'm just going to come out of here. I just realized if I try to upload that YouTube elsewhere, that won't allow it because it shouldn't show, I shouldn't be showing contacts. So we've got 22,000 contacts in there, but what it does is it sets off a tag and automatic workflow, and you're going to get an SMS sequence and email sequence and so forth as well. And then we're going to ring you. Now with GoHelloable, I'll just reshare. It has a phone system, so you can actually ring people in here. You can SMS people. You can WhatsApp people all in one place. And so what it does is it organizes your prospects and organizes your clients, and you can see all the information in there, right? So that's the awesome thing. So you want your events running through GoHelloable as quickly as possible. The other thing I want to share with you, which is really powerful, is remember how we talked about a pre-qualifying form? Where is this thing here? Here we no. Oh, here we go. Okay. So when you book somebody in for an appointment, you want them to fill in a pre-qualifying form, and you can embed that into GoHelloable. So for example, we have a lead generation audit a strategy call, and a VA call. So this is our VA call one. So you'll come here, you'll watch the video, and you'll fill in this form. And it automatically adds all this information to the Go Her Level profile. So I can see all of your profiles. I can see what you've downloaded, what you've purchased. I can see your details, what color underwear you're wearing, jokes, you're not wearing any, right? You can have it all in here. And what it actually does is when people do this, it opts them into an automatic reminder sequence. They get an email, SMS 24 hours before, 1 hour before, but also there's the sequence if you want to upsell or promote events and so forth. It automates the whole process through email, through SMS, AI we'll talk about in a moment. And what it does is it drives people to your calendar. So no matter where people are booking in the call, it'll be booked in automatically in your calendar. That triggers a workflow to automate confirmations, SMS, email sequences, and so forth. It's freaking brilliant. That sounds too complex or overwhelming. Good. It was for me too in the beginning. I have no idea how to set it up, but I found people that know how to set it up. I believe all of you want to aim for this by phase 3. All of you want to aim for this as soon as you've probably got 10 or 15 one-on-one clients. It is a game changer. It will change everything because now everything is embedded and everything is through the CRM and everything is tracked. So you can see everybody's history, what they've done, what they've downloaded, what they attended, what they didn't show up to, all in there, all automated. And I can't tell you how powerful that really is. Does it make sense? Any questions on that? I'm just going to re-expand this. So Go Her Level is the central hub. We want to set up the calendar and the pre-qualifying form in there, get our monthly event in there, set up the email automation, SMS automation. You can also ring people from within there, all in one place. And it's probably around this time you're going to want to look at a salesperson or closer. So you've got two of you selling at this system. This is the part where it gets fun, guys. This is the part where you're waking up to leads, waking up to appointments, getting them on autopilot, not relying on people. People have to show up to work. They have to work. They have to sleep. It creates a 24/7 appointment setting lead gen system. And it really brings everything together. Go Her Level itself is only 97 USD a month for the whole platform. That will work for what you guys need. Most of it at this level. That's all it is for everything, which is crazy. And you buy credits for phone and SMS. It's like, I mean, we spend $100 a month and we do a lot of calls and SMS and email, right? So it's very affordable as well. Okay. So that's Go Her Level, and that's phase 3. Anyone have any questions on phase 3? There's a few here. Use Google Calendar, but it's synced with you. Yeah, and that's a good point. You can sync Google Calendar with Go Her Level, which is what I'm doing at the moment as well. Yeah, 100%. Anyone have any questions on that? Does that sound cool? Now, if you don't have Go Her Level yet, a couple of things. When you're ready and you want to try it for free for 14 days, send me a DM, I'll hook you up. If and when you are using Go Her Level, we have tech team that can help you set the whole thing up very affordably. And we also have Go Her Level certified VAs. So next month, VAs, we're doing level 2 Go Her Level training. So all of our Surge VA angels are about to get level 2, and we're even going to teach them how to create the event funnels for you. So Vicky, how would you like it if your VA could do all the stuff you need in here for Go Her Level and create the monthly funnel? Yeah. Now we have funnel experts and Go Her Level experts and website experts, but we want the VAs to really be able to manage and run your Go Her Level. Okay. No questions? All good? Happy? Sweet. Phase 4. Let's go a little bit. Let's get to the really fun stuff. Once we've set up the basic foundation for the automation, phase 4 is wrong button, is to use AI to further automate. Okay. So I think a lot of people jump to AI. Like I know people that are spending hours a day on AI that are broke. I don't understand it. Like even if you're creating GPTs or whatever, you're not going to make money and help people by spending time in it. You're going to make money and help people by doing this stuff, getting attention, leads, appointments, and sales, right? And I think, it's like people used to spend 3 to 6 months on a course, then try to sell it. That's backwards. Like I want to sell the course, and then if it works, then I'll put it together. Does that make sense? And it's just a smart way to do it. So I think a lot of people are using too much AI too soon. I normally recommend if you're not making at least 10,000 a month, anything under 10,000 a month, just do ChatGPT because it does more than any other individual. Well, could use Perplexity, but I would focus just on ChatGPT. But here is 3 specific AIs that we use. There's many you can use, but these are what we use. Everything I'm sharing with you today is what we personally do, which is why I'm sharing it. So I believe in it because I'm preaching what I practice. Okay. So this phase, okay, we're not doing appointments ourselves. We've got a setter or two. We get the Go Level system set up, the automation set up. We should be getting 20 or 30 appointments. At this phase, you're probably going to want to have a closer as well. And so there's three elements you definitely want to add here. Number one, and I think this is the most important part of the whole system once you're fully set up. I was watching Alex Hormozi interview recently, and he said something that I've seen a bunch of the guys all say. When you get a new lead, guys, let's say on a Go Level, someone downloads or something or enters a draw. If you get a new lead, how quickly should they be contacted and rang? Do you know what all the main guys say now? I'm talking about guys that do 10 million, 100 million a year. Do you know what they all do without exception now? 60 within 60 seconds. Within 60 seconds, it increases the chances of booking an appointment by over 380%. When you get a lead, they should be rang in 60 seconds and they should be booked for today. Speed and urgency. They're more likely to answer, book, and show up. The longer things go, the longer it takes, the smaller everything gets, right? So what you're all going to notice as of next week is we're setting this up right now as we speak. Go Level has an inbuilt voice AI system. So Salil, when you register for our next event after this one, what's going to happen is you're going to get a voice AI call. Hey, it's Search Institute here. We want to give you a call. You just register for the event. Make sure you got the link. If not, say no, right? Also, we'd like to offer you a free call for after the event, see how you went, etc., etc. Now, how cool would that be to do that? That'd be amazing, right? Now, you know they're probably going to answer because if Silo enters her details on her phone, most probably, within 6 seconds, she's probably still going to have her phone close by. Like the answer rate is huge. It's massive. Now, in Go Level, you can purchase for a couple of bucks phone numbers in different countries. So when we call US, it's US number. When we call Australia, it's Australia. You can set that up. It's a really cool system. Okay. Now, you can actually set up voice AI manually. So what we're going to test is what's going to happen is I can set up for our voice AI to make phone calls 24/7 and never stop. And what happens is because it's all in Go Level, it knows the time zone of the person that's calling. So there's parameters you can say, only call between 9 and 5 or whatever. Very cool, right? You can also set up a sequence of voice AI to trigger to call 24 hours later. For example, we can set it up 24 hours after event to call out. It's a really cool system. Now, it's pretty new. There's going to be resistance because it is new, but all the big guys are doing this without exception now. I was for an event last week. It happened to me. I was like, man, this is really cool because it felt like it was a customer service call. All right, Jane, thank you so much. Speak to you soon. Yeah. So voice AI down the track is definitely something you want to set up, and we can help you set up as well. As of 2 weeks ago, for those that use Go Level, voice AI now has verbal triggers and prompts. So in Go Level, you can trigger workflows for different purposes and intention, for different sequences and to drive people to certain places. That's now triggered verbally. So the voice AI can ask you questions, and based on your answer, it will trigger different workflows and so forth within, and even send you the next event or the link or something. It's quite personal. It's actually really cool. I'm very excited to set that up. We're having it set up next week. The second AI is an external AI called CloseBot. So CloseBot is an automatic DM appointment setting and interaction AI that can be integrated into Go Level, because Go Level is a CRM platform that is a pipeline. So what you can do is not only does it have everyone's profile, but it has one, if you go to your Facebook Messenger, there's a list of all the messages. If you go to LinkedIn, there's a list of all the messages. When you go to Go Level, there's a list of everything: Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, phone, and you can see the whole pipeline in one system. What CloseBot does is you can set up an automatic sequence to follow up and interact with people in the right way so it misses no one through SMS, through email, through anything. There's an AI that interacts with the whole pipeline in a certain way. It's very cool. And the third way to automate is what I think it was Steve, I think. Hector. Hector asked, do we use Facebook tools for auto DM conversations? Yes. So one of the coolest things you can do for only a couple of $100 is you can set up something called ManyChat. And ManyChat works on our Facebook fan page, our TikTok, and our Instagram. And what happens is, imagine having a DM appointment setter 24/7 on your Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So now Instagram just made some crazy changes as well, right? So on Facebook, you can only use it for your fan page. And if you're not doing ads and have that set up, there's probably going to be low engagement, but you still have it set up. Okay. If you want to see how ManyChat works, go to our Search Institute fan page. You can interact. We've got it all set up and it's really cool. But you can also do it on Instagram, TikTok. Who's getting some pretty good interaction engagement on TikTok, Instagram? On your personal Instagram, you can set up ManyChat. So when somebody follows you, there'll be an automatic DM system and it'll send them a sequence and send them to where you want, the event or the appointment or where you want to go. The cool thing that I love about it most though is when somebody likes or comments or interacts with your post, it plugs them into an automatic DM sequence. So in the beginning, you're manually reaching out to people that interact. Then you're hiring a setter to do it. ManyChat does it on autopilot 24/7. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. It's very cool. Instagram is definitely by far the best, which is awesome because of the new features are very, very cool. Now, the other thing is that when people opt in, you can actually send a mass DM. So if 100 people opt into your Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, you can send out a DM, a bulk DM as well, which is very cool if they're opted in. So very, very cool. And the last thing I want to talk about here is offers. And I recommend that everybody has a handful of free offers set up on GoHelloable. Free kits, cheat sheets, courses, meal planners, fitness programmers, guided meditation, whatever it is, because now you can add them to the arsenal to generate more leads through your calls to action on your social media, organic or paid. So it's something to build down the track. I want to use Instagram this year more than last year. Yeah, 100%. Okay. So that's phase 4. Now, phase 5 is the phase we all want to get to as quickly as possible, where the system's in place, we've got money coming through, we can throw money at it and scale and go big. Who wants to go big? You want to get to phase 5 as soon and quickly as you can. If you do it right, you should be able to get to phase 5 in 3 to 6 months. If you do it right, phase 5 in 3 to 6 months, even if you have 0 clients right now. Who would like to be at phase 5 within 3 to 6 months with all this in place? Yeah, and money coming through and impact happening. Yeah, no stress and, less stress and less financial pressure. So at this point, you're really booking, and you can probably do this 30 to 50 appointments per week, depending on, maybe you just have one setter and one closer. At this point, what your limitation is going to be is not appointment setters or automation, it's going to be closers. There'll come a point where, man, I need decent closers, right? Yeah, awesome. So at this phase, we're booking 30 to 50 plus. It should say plus, they're unlimited based on how much money you put into ads. Okay. So ads come down to, if you look at Facebook ads, we start with that. I always recommend starting with Facebook ads because it's simple and easy. And most of you are starting organically on Facebook, so the transition just makes sense. I used to say you didn't want to do ads for 50K a month, then it was 20K a month. Now I'm like, do it as quickly as you can. It's actually quite affordable to do it if you do it right. And because of the nature of Facebook. So let me just put this into perspective so everyone has the information. When you do Facebook ads, there is a term called top, middle, and bottom of funnel. If you haven't heard of these, what it is you have an advert that's at the top of the funnel to get in front of new and cold prospects because you want to be building your list and you want cold market to come into your pipeline, organic and then paid. Because how else do you grow? We need new people coming in, right? So many smaller businesses rely on referrals and inquiries, which is where they never go big and never scale because scaling referrals and inquiries it's challenging because you're relying on people. Scaling people is much more difficult than scaling money or automation, right? You have to have 100,000 people. I don't know. So the top of the funnel is an advert that's like an icebreaker, yeah, and a first impression. The middle of the funnel is a retargeted ad to that person to add more value and go deeper. And the bottom of the funnel is a third ad that we retarget to the middle of the funnel or top of the funnel as well, where we're asking for a call to action. Okay. Here is my suggestion when you get to this point and you start doing ads, and this could be 6, 12 months away for you, but it's good to have the information. Yeah. Is top of the funnel is have an event. So what my recommendation is, do 10 or 20 bucks a day of your next event. Even if you do $5 a day over 30 days, there's an extra 50 to 100 registered. Anyone here making 5 to 10,000 a month, and you've got the events going, if you just put 5, 10 bucks a day consistently into the next monthly event, it's going to really double or triple your show rate to the event, right? So I would have an event, my free webinar, workshop, or challenge top of the funnel for you guys. I'd retarget those people with a free offer and add more value. The free offer is the kit, the cheat sheet, whatever it is. Add more value to keep them busy between now and the event because the event could be 3, 4 weeks away. And what I'd actually recommend down the track is sell something on the back end of that to fill your ad spend, but that's another training. And the bottom of the funnel, the third ad is you're retargeting those people for straight up book a call on my calendar. And you're going to get direct in there as well. So now we're using the event funnels in GoHellover for automation, the free offer funnels in GoHellover for automation, and the book a call funnel. Because they're your three types of funnels in GoHellover. We're using them all in that way. Now, most of you are probably not ready for this. Some of you won't be ready for 3 to 6 months. But when you get to this point, when you're ready for ads and you want to promote your events and so forth, you can have my personal ads expert do it for, I think it's a couple $100 a week. I think it's 300 a week, something like that. We have different packages we can set up for you. We've got VAs that can track all the leads and organize it. We opt when you pay us to do your ads, not only is it very affordable, but we'll set up your ManyChat automation for you as part of the program for free. We'll set up and optimize your page in Pixel for free, and we set the whole thing up for you as well. And we can even give you a VA to help you track and manage all the leads and everything and get the whole funnel system going. This is the place I believe all of you want to get to as quickly as possible, because this is where you really start winning big. Like, this is the part where you're waking up to leads and appointments and sales and money into Stripe or whatever. That's just a cool place. The reason why I've shared these 5 phases, even if it's 12 months, 2 years from you, is for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel, the goal. This is where we want to be aiming for, because this is where the big boys play, the big girls. Doesn't sound right, does it? So 5 phases. Anyone have any questions on the 5 phases as we get ready to wrap this up? Last slide, last main slide. Is that cool? Is it good to have that information? Now, what I've done is I've taken the complexities of the whole system and process and just laid them out step by step. I've given you the recipe to 7 figures from an appointment setting perspective. I don't think I've left anything out. It's just going, well, what's the next step? Tick that off and then move to the next step. Okay. So let's wrap this bad boy up. Hopefully you found this useful and valuable. I've really enjoyed delivering it. Before we wrap it up, just a couple of quick things. We have this last slide. I want to share with you how we can add more value to. I do have a cool offer for you guys as well. But first of all, which step is everyone at right now? Just type 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the chat. Are you at step 1? Are you at step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5? Most of you are probably at 1. Kirsten and Curtis 1. Jeff 1. Steve 1. Salil. Most of you are at step 1. Yeah, that's why you're here. So right now, the best thing you can do, Vicky at 2, awesome, I'll come back to that in a second. The best thing you can do at step 1 is to get your avatar, your DM scripts and pre-qualifying form in place, and send 50 to 100 DMs a day. And Curtis and Steve, you guys are doing the content, interact with those people, use those 3 scripts. So I would, by Monday, have your scripts ready for post-interaction, welcome to the group, and the CTA. Use those 3 scripts and commit to at least 50 DMs a day as of Monday and interact with those people. That's a great place to start. Once you've got that habitual, start clicking phone numbers. You can start ringing people and so forth as well. So for you guys at step 1, get your DM scripts sorted, get the 50 to 100 DMs a day. That's the starting point. Then get the phone in that. The other thing I'd suggest for step 1 is start sending daily email, daily calls, daily DMs, and of course your daily content. You've got to do at least 5 to 10 pieces of content. For those other scripts in the Surge portal, yes, all the scripts are in all the portals. So correct. Yes, you can find the DM scripts, the phone scripts in those sections in all the portals that we have. Yeah. Step 2, Vicky said she's at step 2. So I believe you have a setter or about to hire a setter. Okay. The next step is to make sure that your setter is focusing first on DMs, sending the 50 to 100 DMs a day, and that she has the scripts, avatar, and a pre-qualifying form. And my suggestion here, Vicky, as much as we don't like to do it, the best use of your time is spend time with her booking appointments. Book 1 each a day, if that's your target. I don't remember your target off the top of my head, yeah. For those that don't have a setter, when you get to this phase or you're ready now, we can provide you a very affordable, highly trained setter. Reach out to me and we'll hook you up. You can go to our website, thesurgeinstitute.com. Everything's on there. When you get to step 3, I don't think anyone here is, but if you're watching a replay of this and you're on step 3, the focus is to get the GoHellover automation in place. So you want the calendar set up with the pre-qualifying form and the SMS, email, phone, LC system all set up. Okay, if you don't have that set up or if it's not set up properly, reach out to me. We can get that sorted for you. We have tech team, we have experts, we have GoHellover VAs, and I can strategically guide you with what you need to set up. We want to automate that. And then once that's in place, then the way we start with the Go level is we start with the monthly event as a landing page within Go level because that's what's going to drive traffic into the Go level. We really prioritize that. Once that's in full swing, then you can start adding free offers, right? That's the steps there. Once Go level's set up with that system, it doesn't have to have offers. I recommend the offers because you're going to get more traffic coming through many different ways. Now we can set up your AI within Go level and your ManyChat. Again, when you get to that point, if and when you need help, reach out to us. We can set all that for you. And then finally, when you get to your ads, you've got all this set up. You've got team, you've got SOPs, Go level set up, offers, events, all your AI set up. Now let's fuel that bad boy with ads. If and when you get to that point, you want help with ads, I'm happy to jump on a call, or my team will jump on a call to chat about Go level, to chat about automation, to chat about AI, to chat about ads, or chat about setup. So if you're watching a replay of this, there'll be a link somewhere to book a strategy call, lead generation audit, where you can work out the best choice for you. We have different packages. You can see them on our searchinstitute.com website as well. On this live, most of you are in that step one. I think it's pretty clear. My question to each of you watching live, also replay, what's the exact specific thing you're going to have ready to do starting Monday or immediately? Just type your commitment in the chat. DM scripts, send 50 appointments. Yeah, what specifically? What specifically are you going to do Monday? Send 50 DMs, use the 3 DM scripts. Yeah. What's the exact commitment? What's the exact commitment? Just type in the chat. What's your exact commitment? What specific steps are you going to take moving forward Monday? Steve, Curtis? Scripts, 20 DMs by Monday. Use the scripts, send 20, I'm guessing that's DMs. Yep. Yep. If you're ever stuck or not sure, again, I've created a agency of experts, expert setters, expert Go level, tech and VAs, expert AI guys, expert ad experts. We've got website, funnel, and SEO experts. We've got ManyChat experts. We have you covered on everything. And we're probably a lot more affordable and faster than most people. And our customer service and support is a lot more than most agencies. So again, I'm not here to tell you to buy everything and anything. I'm here to guide you and equip you with what you need all in one place with experts. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Who here is at step one and would like to speed things up faster? Who's here at step one and would like to get book solid with sales calls and sign 5 to 10 clients in the next 30 days? Who's here in step one that would like to do that? Hector? Yep. They could be at step two as well. Step one or step. This is for people that are step one or step two. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share with you an offer most of you on this live have seen, but I'm going to share it because it's being recorded and people will watch it elsewhere. And I believe all of you on this live should be doing this if you're accepted and approved. If you've seen this, please stay with me because I'm going to share with you how to join the next event. I've got some free offers here and I want to open up for Q&A. I'm going to do a Q&A at the end of this as well. So we have just opened up applications to our Surge 30-day accelerator. Most of you have probably seen this. So if you've seen it, stick around, don't go anywhere. I'll move through it pretty quickly. But not next week, the following week, we're kicking off a 30-day accelerator program. It's just 30 days, not 6 months, 9 months, 12. It's a 30-day program to get 10 appointments per week and 5 new clients in 30 days. Now, the awesome thing is, this time around, I'm going to be doing it with you. I'm doing the Surge 30-day accelerator, but my goal is 30 clients in 30 days. Curtis is in, Steve is in, Ryan is in, Kirsten is in. Who did I miss? These guys are in, and I'm going to be doing it with you. So I'm not just going to be coaching and guiding you. We're doing the 30-day accelerator together, which is awesome. Just going to go through this quickly because a lot of you have seen it, but I do encourage all of you to join this if you're approved. You get a 60-minute live group weekly call. It's going to kick off this cat's tanting. It kicks off, it's actually going to kick off next Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be for 5 sessions. I'm giving you guys a free bonus session next week where I help you set up your pitch deck and sales. Who would like me to help you create your sales system, pitch deck, offer, avatar, put it all together? Yeah, next Tuesday morning, we're all jumping on a call to do that. Mark, I miss Mark's going to be on that call next Tuesday, right? Mark's doing the Tuesday anyway. So we have a 60-minute live call. You get access to replays. You're going to access to an online training portal. We put a 30-day marketing planner and a 30-day content planner together. You're going to get access to a personalized AI that I'm putting together for you guys. Who would like me to help you put your DM scripts together as well as the sales scripts? I'm going to help you do that. And then we kick off the following week. We all interact daily in the chat. Curtis and Steve and the guys are doing 10 posts a day and putting it all in there. You get to be a part of a small group of 10 or 12 people, all working together, all out massive action for 30 days, 5 clients, 10 appointments per week. Happy days, right? You're also going to get a client success manager as well. So here's an outline of the 4 sessions. We put your Facebook funnel and content planner together, blow up your Facebook. Then what we do is we get your appointment setting scripts and everything in place and get you implementing stuff we spoke about today and actually booking calls 2 a day. Then we make sure we refine your sales system. Most of your offers suck. I mean that with respect. You got to align your offer, your audience, and messaging. We do that. And then what we do with this 30 days, guys, is we set an event, Vanessa, for the 4th week. We spend the whole month promoting the event. I teach you how to sell on the event to aim for 5 clients just from the webinar, and then follow up all those people to sign another 5 clients. So Curtis, we're going to aim for 10 clients for you guys, 5 in the webinar and 5 followed up through one-on-ones. That's what we're going to aim for. So even if you fall 50% short, some of you guys have done business coaching in the past, like Vanessa. The problem with the traditional business coaching, it's a month before you're launching. You're not getting clients for 6, 7 weeks, too slow. This is the first time we're doing this brand new program. Quick, it's not get rich quick. It's not cheating or bypassing anything. It's just very simple. If it's not going to get you 5 clients, we don't do it. We cut away all the fat and get rid of all that stuff. So grow your Facebook with a Facebook funnel, 5 to 10 posts a day over 30 days, book 20 or 30 calls, sign 5 clients, no fluff, no BS. Very simple. Now it kicks off on Tuesday. This is meant to say 9:30 a.m., but it's going to be 5 sessions because we're doing a free bonus session next week on the sales stuff, right? Very simple. If you're approved, there's a one-time investment fee of $9.97 Aussie. No hidden fees. You don't need funnels. You don't need to buy anything. There's nothing you need to pay for. Simple Facebook interaction Zoom event. That's it. 997 one time. USD, I think it's about 650 USD. If you really want to do that and money's tight, I'm happy to do it in 2 payments. So you can do 450 today and 450 next week before we kick off. But if you're still watching me now and you're not beyond phase 2 and you want to speed things up, there is no faster way than this right now. And I'm doing it with these guys as well. So if you're in, you've got 2 options. 1, just pay the $9.97 now, or 2, pay in 2 lots. Send me a Facebook message right now if you're in, and just let me know if you want to pay up front $9.97. You get the ball rolling, give you access to everything today. If money's tight, you want to pay it in 2 lots. Say, Jace, I'm in. Send me the 50% off now, like pay half now, and we'll take care of that as well. It makes no difference to me if you do it or not. A lot of you guys have done programs, hiring VAs, but if you want to move quick and want fast result, and want to put aside all the time wasting stuff and stuff that's not getting you money or clients right now, it's going to be brilliant. And again, I'm doing it with you guys. You know, it's not like I'm saying go do this. I'm in the I'm doing DMs. I'm doing phone calls. I'm doing the posts. I'm doing it all. And we're also going to use AI for editing and stuff as well, which would be cool. So awesome. Shoot me a message on Facebook. Now, if you're on the fence about that, you cannot justify spending $9.97 or you don't have access to that. That's a problem. I'm showing the solution. I'm happy to jump on a call with you guys to have a chat, and we can talk about how we can find the $9.97, or if there's another way we can serve you. Or maybe you want help with the GoHo level, or maybe you want to talk about ads, or maybe you want to look at a setter or a VA. But as a thank you for being here, if you haven't had a strategy call with me in the last few weeks, I don't normally do strategy calls, but because of the 30-day accelerator, I'm doing it for a few weeks. But if you want to jump on a call with me personally and you haven't booked one in the this year, I'm happy to extend one to each of you watching live. Here's a link to my Calendly. Click on this link. Okay, and you can book a time early next week. Happy to have a chat. There's a bunch of guys on here that we haven't had a chat. Happy to do that if you haven't. One last thing before you go, I'm doing an event blitz. Like I'm working my butt off over this first 3 months of this year to really serve you guys and make up for being unwell and missing a lot last year. So next week I'm doing an event I've never done, right? Which is really cool. And what we're going to do in next week's training is we're going to do a live interactive ChatGPT training where I'm going to show you how we use ChatGPT, and you can, with or without your VA, to plan your content, map it out, okay, a week to 4 weeks in advance, to how to edit it really quickly and how you don't need Canva anymore. See this image on the screen? I used to have to pay $30 to somebody and it'll take them 6 to 8 hours to create on Canva. Do you know how long it took me to create that on ChatGPT? 30 seconds, and I did it. I don't know how to use Canva. And we're also going to show you how to, the science and we're going to show you how to use ChatGPT to work out the hooks and the calls to action and structure it in a way that actually gets you engagement and works. So this is going to be compulsory training for all VAs, Noemi, and we're going to teach the VA some cool stuff on ChatGPT. There's been a lot of upgrades to ChatGPT the last few weeks. We're going to talk about those. Who would like to get better at using ChatGPT to create content that actually gets clients? Would you like that? Cool. Same time next week. This is only a 60-minute training next week, the ChatGPT one, short and sweet. If you want to join that, here is the link to register. Click on the link in the Zoom chat now. Okay, if you're watching this replay on YouTube or the Mastermind, you'll find the replay on YouTube or Mastermind as well. So click on that link and register for the ChatGPT training. And that's pretty much it. We will also be uploading the replays and the free offers and everything into the Surge Mastermind. So we have an inner circle, which is an app you can download for free, and you get access to our entire Surge Mastermind. Now, I think a lot of you guys are in our Surge Mastermind, but I just want to show you how much value is in this, and it's only free for a limited time. It's going to be a pay-to-play very soon. It's going to be $49 and then $99 a month. So this is our Mastermind, which is a platform, okay? And in the free Mastermind, we put all of our events in here. We have a live chat with everyone in here that you can interact with. We're going to be putting our podcast in here. There is hundreds of replays of training. We put all our trainings in here. Look at all these. These are all 1, 2, 3 hour trainings. Look at all these. Okay. We run our master classes and challenges through here. There's courses in here. So if you come in here, here's all our scripts. Here's our appointment setting scripts, our sales templates. Here's our social media plan. These are all free, guys. And we've even got some books in here which you can download for free. You click on books here. You got all these books in here. This is completely free for now. It's going to be pay to play. If you're not in there yet, definitely join the Mastermind. I'll send you the link and you can join that. But we're going to be using the Mastermind a lot more and in a much bigger way in the future because it's going to become pay to play. And we're launching an AI Vault and some other things within it as well. But it has everything you need to build 20,000 a month, everything for free. Use and abuse that. So if money is tight and you are living week to week and paycheck to paycheck as a business owner, attend this free event every week. Commit right now to join every week because these events are in succession. Doing 12 weeks. I mapped out the 12 weeks at the end of last year. There's 12 sessions in a row that lead on to the next. So we did the content creation challenge, which led into the Get Fired Clients, which has led into appointment setting. And now, okay, how do we take that stuff and speed it? Join every session every week. Join my Mastermind. And then once you get a couple of clients, join the 30-day accelerator. Now, I wasn't going to tell you this, but the 30-day accelerator is going to run again in March. We're going to run it 2 or 3 times, see how it goes, if it's received well. So if right now you don't have access to 997, want to join the 30-day accelerator, spend the next 4 weeks attending our free events, using our free resources, get a couple of clients and join the March one. You do have to be approved as well. So 404 on page.
So when we click on the link for the chat GPT, it's
Yeah, I got
there's
it.
no
Cool.
link.
Just one sec. Just give me one sec. Here you go. I see what's happened here. It's because I've sent you the link from here. It's because I sent you. It's because of where I sent you the link from. Let me just get it. Where is he? Got it. Here we go. Here you go. All right, try this one, guys. Where's my Zoom going? Here you go. Click on this link. Okay, so that link should work if you click on that link. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. Awesome. Yeah, so as I was saying, thank you so much for your time. I really hope that you drew some value from it. My wish is that VAs and business owners implement this stuff because some of it is simple, some of it is basic, some of you guys have seen it a fair few times before, but it's just implementing it. You've got to find a way to motivate and inspire yourself through rewards and consequences, accountability, joining our events, being a part of our community, letting me help you, working together and networking. That's the key. Okay. Most of you are in phase 1. Phase 1's not fun. Even if you have a full-time job and you're paying the bills, you're not thriving yet. I want to see all of you thrive. Who had a hard year last year?
I want all of you to have a much better year last year. Last year, the year of the snake. This year, the year of the horse. It's got to be better, Kirsten, right? This sounds better. The year of the horse versus the year of the snake. For you woo-woo people like myself out there. But guys, like I know, Vicky and those of you that have been with us for a bit, we're on this year. We're all present. We're all serving. We've got great things coming out. We've got books coming out and AI is coming. You guys are about to get a personalized VA AI that are hiring VAs. We've got some really cool things happening for you guys in the near future. If you show up, do the work, take advantage of the free stuff while you're building money. Whatever you need, reach out to me. We're happy to have a chat when you're ready for Go level or ready for a VA set or whatever it is. Don't put unnecessary financial pressure on yourself, but also keep yourself to a higher standard. Set yourself high. Remember, with goal setting, the problem is that you set goals. The problem with goal setting isn't that you set goals too high and don't achieve them. That you set goals too low and you do achieve them. And I want to encourage all of you to set higher goals this year. Because it's fascinating. Tony Robbins, he says, we completely overestimate what we can do in a year, but completely underestimate what we can do in 5 years or 3 years. And if you're all in business, who wants to be making $1 million a year in the next 3 years online? It might take you 3 years, but that's consistent every day. And for those that are struggling or not really getting clients or growing, I guarantee it's consistency. You're not consistently posting, showing up, being seen, interacting. It's a lack of commitment. So when is now a good time to be consistent, work longer, harder, faster, then smarter, and just keep life simple. Keep your business simple. Don't overwhelm with all the stuff, with all the exciting, fun stuff. Do the stuff that needs to be done and get to that later. You can do what's easy now, so life's hard later. We can do what's hard now, so life's easy later. Who wants life to be easy later? Pick up the shovel, dig the dirt, get some gold, and then we can expand together. So VAs, angels, thank you for joining us. Business owners, thank you as well. If you're in for the 30-day accelerator, send me a DM, and I'll see everyone next week on the training. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thanks, Kirsten. See you. Thanks, Vanessa. Thanks, guys. Bye.